Hi everyone, I'm Dave Giancola and welcome back for another episode of Champions Journey. Well, we all know the story by now, or you certainly should. The 2008 U.S. Open, Torrey Pines, the generation's best player, a serious leg injury, and 91 grueling holes on the way to a third U.S. Open title for Tiger Woods. And we all should know the iconic moments by now too. The putt on the 72nd hole to force a playoff with Rocco Mediate. The chip-in that sent the fans into a frenzy on Saturday, and of course, the final moments on Monday. But how did that entire championship unfold for Tiger on his journey to a victory the golf world would never forget? Well, here's your chance to relive it. Here's every televised shot of Tiger from that week, plus every shot both he and Rocco hit during that unforgettable 19-hole playoff. We now take you out to Torrey Pines. Sit back and enjoy.
Let's show you what's happened this morning. Tiger's opening drive at 8:06 Pacific time found the deep stuff. And on one, Tiger would double bogey right away, while Mickelson and Scott par. Then Tiger's second shot at the par 4 fourth. And the ball listened. Setting up a tap-in birdie to put him back to +1. Said Tiger with birdies on 4, and now 8 is back to even.
We may get a bit of wind now that the fog has burned off. Set up down the right, trying to play a draw.
That's exactly what's happened, and now riding the wind back toward the center.
Dottie, how have you seen him walking? Any
seemed to be a little stiff to start, but no problem now.
Watched him warm up on the range the other day. On Wednesday, and it was a very impressive practice session. That another flip to the left.
Tear him off the fence,
yeah.
It looks like.
Green works away. Ball should move left to right, certainly. Nicely managed. Unbelievable. He's played here 11 times professionally. Never finished out of the top 10. Ever. Pretty remarkable at Torrey Pines.
He knows where the bodies are buried. And where the putts are buried.
Buried that
one. So Tiger began with a double bogey on 1, but as he makes the turn, 1 under. Par.
United States Open, Tiger Woods on the tee at 10 with a 3-wood. This was while we were away. Another important hole here to get the ball in the fairway. Sort of a sleeper par 4. And that is beautifully played. So Woods looking for his 3rd birdie in a row. And now
with the ball below his feet, it should help him move the ball left to right against that right to left wind. Place where the stance certainly matches up with the shot you'd like to play.
Well, that was a very aggressive swing with a short iron, Dottie.
He has definitely gotten better as this round has gone on. I think an adjustment for a lot of the players who have played in the early winter events here. The greens are faster. There's different eye lines. Different shape to these putts.
Certainly more break with these different green speeds. That a misread.
It is University of Michigan. Now Tiger.
Get in the hole.
That's a 3-iron on the way. A very high shot, looking to cut it in from the left.
See how softly he got that to land. Being able to hoist the ball way up in the air.
Rocco Mediate for birdie. Rocco going along nicely. 1 under par. Good putt. You can see all the read you have to put into it. Right in the center, Rocco.
have to call this makeable, wouldn't you, Dottie?
Oh, definitely. In fact, he finished his warm-up with putts just of this length and this shape. That's got a little too much speed.
And nevertheless, a solid 3 here.
Again, if you're tuning in late, Tiger began with a double bogey.
That headed left. Perhaps left of the bunkers.
Raj, I have a feeling this hole will play the toughest to par of all of them. Do you agree?
It might. It certainly might.
Headed way, way right.
Wow. He's making friends with all the gallery here, isn't he? Rocco Mediate for birdie on 4. A moment ago.
Right, yeah.
Every now and then you hear from Rocco at these opens, Raj.
Well, he's always a solid ball striker, and the key issue is the putter. He's so good at judging, estimating how the ball will come out of the grass, and that's a big part of the skill in playing these shots, is assessing the lie and knowing what the ball will do, how it will react.
Get up. Drop it.
Pretty good to be able to make a swing that big, flip it just across the bottom. Take a look at Tiger. Now watch him. Watch how big a swing he makes. Club face wide open here at address. As the club picked up, bit to the outside. Now the strike down into the grass and accelerate the club, and not quick. And we'll take a look from above. That big swing with that open face. The ability to get distance like that is just, I mean, it really is. It's very impressive to me. It really is. Now they're just fantastic. You can't get Buena greens any better than these are.
Here in San Diego, and 6 of the last 10. He also won here as a youngster. Let's put it mildly. This course, maybe more than any other, he knows exactly what he's doing. So Tiger Woods, after a double bogey start, has 3 birdies to his name. He is in the red. Unheralded Justin Hicks has the early lead at Torrey Pines. Appleby, Carlson, and a piece of the rock. 1 shot off the pace to 5.
Where Rocco Mediate, as you mentioned, shows up every once in a while at U.S. Open. He's done it today. This for a birdie. Players playing too much break from that angle here at number 5, but good, safe par for Rocco at the 453-yard hole. One of the tougher par 4s on the golf course. A couple of top 10s for Rocco in this decade in the U.S. Open. 4th at Southern Hills.
Drive.
That's on a beautiful line.
Well, it was time, and that's a good one indeed. Didn't get much roll, however. Stopped pretty abruptly.
209 yards, covers directly at the flagstick. And that is the moon ball, but headed a little right.
Watch out, that ball's going to come back 50, 60 yards maybe. There's a steep upslope. All the area where this ball will come to rest was netted. They had a net like they put on the par 3 tees to keep the players from playing from there and having too many divots in that area, because anything that comes up short is coming back to that area.
Looks as if it's sitting okay, but boy, what a little pitch that'll be. Up and over that bunker. Greens are firm.
Oh, they just love this grouping. 56 yards total. Bladed it.
And that one is nowhere to be seen.
Just trying to slip the club underneath the ball and get a real spinner, and aired. Let's see if he can pull off another one of those unbelievable pitch shots.
Well, it was that heavy.
Just wanted to carry it not even a yard further. Sometimes all you can do is shake your head, Bob.
Well, that went in with a lot of speed, too, so the determination never leaves.
That little stinger headed at the bunker's left.
Stinger pull there, Dottie. Stinger pull, and that stings. Pretty flat there, however.
Rarely see him miss that shot. He doesn't usually miss the fairway when he goes to that shot.
164 total.
See his angle from our camera angle. He doesn't have to mess with the bunker. Caught it heavy.
Just a moment ago, Tiger's third shot at the par 4 14th. In the rough, and Tiger Woods ended up with a double bogey.
So he's played 3 straight bad holes, right?
Well, he's hit 3 questionable approach shots, definitely.
That's going right, and there's some long rough over there. Well, he might be okay. It's sitting up. He just missed a real long cut, Dottie.
Hole cut on a little tiny plateau that's 152 to get to.
Sounded good.
Not very, very high, just right of the hole. Cutting short.
What do you think happened there?
He just got a little stuck. That ball is, in fact, in the bunker.
Wow, that's for Tiger. That's really a bad shot.
The 15th. And Tiger scrambling from the bunker.
Easy to come up short here.
He'll be faced with a lengthy par attempt coming off a double bogey at 14.
So he is.
And that ball's still moving, Johnny.
Well,
it's moving away a little bit. Scrambling.
This is a tough putt to make up that slope on Dottie.
It is an 123rd in sand saves this year on tour for Tiger Woods.
Well, he has sunk a number of past today. Another run to the wrist for Tiger Woods. Stays at +1. Yeah, Mickelson has his fair share of fans here, but so does Tiger, who grew up just about 90 minutes away in Cypress, California.
No chance to miss it short. This is also a 5-iron.
Can you get it close here, Gary? You have to play a draw.
Well, you have to play a draw, John, and really where Phil Mickelson hit it is about as good as you're going to do.
And that's on the almost identical line, Gary.
That's pretty impressive. One of the best shots we've seen all day.
Not many people can make it stop that quickly, Gary. Of course, this is a par 3, so it was his first shot, so this is for 2.
Not going to turn.
You know you're good, Gary, when you miss one of those and it's like the world's come to an end.
Exactly. You talk about high expectations.
You're going, wow, that was close.
We mentioned
And now live Tiger going with the iron, trying to stay short of the bunkers down the right.
Yeah, that bunker at 280 yards.
That's a smooth draw swing, Gary.
Yeah, that was beautiful, wonderful rhythm. That position nicely down the left-hand side as well.
Is that like an 8-iron for him, Gary?
I wouldn't think any more than that downwind, Johnny. Certainly not trying to carry it all the way back to the hole. Good shot.
Monster first bounce.
Yeah, there's some, this green really firming up with the wind coming up. All right, Tiger for birdie on a line very similar to Mickelson's chip. Moving a little left as he gets near the hole. Tiger Woods has made plenty for par, not that many for birdie.
That same flat would be wonderful. Eucalyptus with a fade. I don't see where his eyes are looking. His eyes are looking right at the green.
That's headed down the right side, holding its line pretty well.
He grimaced on that one, Dottie. Like that was like, you know, that's a perfect line right there. But he did act like that. He either hated the shot or his knee hurt, one or the other.
Maybe 3.5.
Well, I was saying that, you know, he's looking at a birdie, which is par 4, which is an eagle on the card.
Absolutely.
Big full swing that time. That's unusual for him.
This is high and at the left center of the green.
He was in between clubs and he went with the big one. That's why it stopped so fast. When you take the lesser club, you put more spin on it, and that's why that ball came. Let's take a look at this left knee down here. Good coil. You can see the torque he puts on that thing coming up on top of that hip, and looks pretty good. I didn't see his face after he hit it. I don't know if he's we didn't pick up on that one like the drive, but it's 2 good shots.
Well, if anybody would know, it would be this guy. Very slow through this part.
You know, that's dead into the southwest grain. He's putting dead away from southwest, and everything in the northern hemisphere, the grass loves to grow exactly the direction from the hole to where his ball is. So that first putt was one of the stinkers of all time for Tiger, so we'll see if he can make up for it here.
3-putt par will have him.
Pretty straight, Dottie?
It is very straight.
Talk about
running hot.
Yeah, he's so hot he's not even going to show it to us.
Boy, reaches this par 5 18th and 2 and settles for a 3-putt par. And so a round of 72 for Tiger, the first time out since the final round of that Masters.
As we take a look at his scorecard, 3 birdies, 2 double bogeys. Currently tied for 24th, 4 shots back of the lead.
Tiger, 2 months since you last played. Talk us through the start of this round. It was a little scratchy to start, but you certainly got yourself back into it.
Terrible start. You know, I couldn't ask for a worse start. You know, take the time off and then come out with a quick 6. I said it wasn't quick. It took a while. A lot of shots on that first hole. So, yeah, you know, it's not like I haven't been there before. You're gonna make bogeys out here. I just haven't made 2 of them on the very first hole. So, stay patient. There's some birdies holes out there, and I got back to under par and unfortunately didn't finish there.
The 18th tee, there was a noticeable wince just after contact. Johnny picked up on it. How is the knee feeling at this point?
It's a bit sore right now, yeah. I mean, that wasn't the only one I winced on a little bit, but it is what it is. Got to deal with it and continue playing, and unfortunately a 3-putt last hole. I mean, that's no excuse right there.
Thanks for your time. Go get some ice.
You got it.
Oh, this is a good one, too. 3 good shots here.
How about that? Everybody in good shape.
We saw Rocco's attempt come up short left. Uphill putting toward the ocean.
Wow.
That had some authority to it, Johnny.
Yeah, that was sweet. think it sets up pretty good for that big old sweeping hook of his. See that ball turning, what, 20 feet, Murph?
Well, importantly, you're comfortable putting it right at the middle of the green, and that's a good one, Johnny.
Yeah.
It's going to run right up, and wow, that's as good as I've seen all day.
Rocco can ball strike it, I'm telling you. He just sort of stuck with one shot, but he knows how to play it.
We'll watch this on the Pro Tracer and see how much indeed he did turn this shot.
I mean, he's aiming right edge of the green here.
5-iron. Yep, there it goes.
That is a big hook by today's standards. You know how they say you can't work the ball today? Well, Rocco can work it left.
Tiger now has 146 to the hole.
Well, I needed to look at those eyes once to know he's in this round.
Going with the high one, huh, Mark?
Boy, it is very high, Johnny. Floating just a little now. That's the problem.
He sort of did that yesterday at the start. Remember number 2? Just sort of popped his belly out, which kicks the ball straight up in the air. And then with the backspin, that was not a good shot. Now he's got a chance at making a bogey. Huge galleries.
Here's that big
Got to
break.
slow down. I would call that a putt.
You see how he's watching that go by the hole for the break? He didn't ever take his eyes off that.
He's obviously giving it a good hard look, though.
Made a bunch of these throughout the back 9 yesterday at 12, 13.
Did you remember how hard Mickelson's broke at the hole? It was looking really good until the last couple feet. So I wonder if he picked up on that. This might be even more than outside right. I mean, it might be like 4 or 5 inches out. There it is, 5 inches out. Misread it, Mark.
It was still a pretty darn good putt to not go in.
I know, but I mean, he hit a great putt is what I'm saying, and he just played it too far out there. Mickelson's putt might have beguiled him. Ouch. 2, 3 putts in a row. Got that short putter, Murph. He went with the long forever. He stopped the handle. Did you see that, Bob?
Popped a little bit, didn't it? Yeah.
Stopped the top of the handle, and then the hands take over. Well, he made a snake on the. He said he made a no-brainer on the last hole, Murph. So it all averages out.
He's the kind of guy that keeps it all in perspective, doesn't he? Rocco, he is not going to get too down, and he's also going to let some smiles out, even in the midst of bogeys. And
he's going to talk about it, Dan. You're right.
He said this is his favorite event in all of golf.
Coming off the bogey. All right, so all on in regulation at the 11th.
And Judy, I can't emphasize enough, even if it's in a short rough and a good lie, it's still not like in the fairway. You still have to contend with grass between the club face and ball.
And this rough in particular, hugely unpredictable.
Looked like it's going right.
Well, it's gotten up in the air pretty high, kind of floated in the wind.
Well, he made one of the all-time great up and downs here yesterday from probably 30 yards right of the hole. We'll see if he can do it today. He's going to need to do it today. Not too difficult, although it's really elevated. Has plenty of green in which to work. And he's one of the best at it. He and Phil Mickelson. Maybe a little bit, maybe left center. Pretty flat. Got a little bit of a jab, a little quicker stroke than we have seen from him in the past.
So the second drop shot.
Boy, well balanced there. Good swing.
He's hit this one very well and very high.
Watch this funnel to the hole now.
Some Woods magic here at 13.
One of the things that you only see if you're right here behind the green is this putt is either flat or slightly back uphill.
Aiming a little left.
Did the charge just begin?
Bunkers left. Just a 3-wood.
Really tried to control it. It started out very low, just leaked a little bit.
And now all depends on the lie, but that does not look good. Tiger Woods in the rough.
That is a 7-iron from that rough. You could hear it, 179 yards.
And Judy, I can't help but think he came up short because just over the green is dead. It goes down in the canyon. Very nice.
Yep, Tiger's still 5 back.
Curtis, don't you think that the tightness of this hole is mostly visual with the trees, because actually in measurement this is one of the wider fairways on the golf course?
Yeah, that, and I think the breeze coming out of the left makes it harder for a right-handed player.
Very still at the moment.
If you miss, you have to miss to the right. Wow. Well, the opening to the green is left, pin back way right. This should go left.
Breeze is up from the left. Sounded pretty good.
It's a heck of a shot. Strength.
Back to back. Judy, Adam Scott out of the bunker, third at 15.
Very good lie, just on the upslope.
Well, after a drive that missed by that much, to make 4 will be good. The long putt for birdie. Judy?
Going to take a pretty good swing from his left early on. It'll get a little straighter by the hole.
Oh, great speed on that. We've told you Tiger 3-putted 3-putted the last hole yesterday, so it's back-to-back 3 putts. 15th time in his PGA Tour career, 4th time in the U.S. Open that he had back-to-back 3 putts. Did it in Boston, the Deutsche Bank, when Mickelson outpointed Woods, and in the 2002 U.S. Open, the last time he had back-to-back 3 putts. Ironically, the last time Woods won.
Tell you that Lee Westwood made that par after that beautiful shot from the collar there, the shaved area.
Well, he tried to hit a very high cut, Curtis.
Comes up short and wanders into the bunker, so Woods obviously disappointed. At least he's got a little bit of room to work with there. We take a look at the shape of that shot, Curtis.
Well, I think he had to hit some type of cut because 3-iron seemed like a lot of club for Tiger, but started out to the left center of the green. Maybe the center of the green want to come in right to the hole and just got it a little bit too far to the right. Didn't start it enough left. And right over top the blimp.
Long and right. Is it going to stay there, though? It will. But not today. So Woods will drop a stroke.
16.
Woods now the bogey putt. So the bogey for Woods there, the third of the day. He's 1 over for the day, 2 over for the championship, and clearly not happy with that.
I think you have to admire people who can stay with their game plan, particularly after they've made a bogey, because a lot of us tend to lose our focus for a minute and decide to do it in a different fashion.
Well, we think back to Woods and that spectacular British Open a few years back where he just hit, what was it, 1 driver?
Correct.
This is a 6-iron and not so much wind at his back, mostly from the left. Trying to hit a shot that just turns back into that little light breeze, and it is very high once again.
Oh, just catches the edge there. Appears to have scooted down into the bunker. Checks up, so Tiger also going to have his hands full there to make par. Coming off the bogey on the last hole. And the answer would be no. The quick walk indicative of the result there. So Woods with the second consecutive bogey. Shaking his head.
On the tee at 18, Tiger Woods. And we go to Rocco Mediate in his second at 11.
Tough shot there. The Terry has a flat up on top of, and then he has to stop it. Boy, excellent shot. Great shot, Rocco. That was not easy.
Well, he shot himself in the foot off the tee. This is not a great lie. There's a significant lip, and it will be a 3-shot par 5.
Boy, you just hate doing that too. If you could drive it in the fairway, you'd have just a long iron in here. But there's different ways to skin a cat, different ways to make birdie. That being said, you just can't miss long.
It's got to go.
Oh, will it come back?
Oh, it'll come back.
Yep.
It'll definitely come back. Just not firing on near all cylinders.
Mickelson third on the way. How about it? How about it? .34.
It is becoming very clear to me that the reason you carry 5 wedges is because you are playing to your strength.
He is just so good, so good. He knows how the balls can come out of the grass. He knows how far he's going to fly it, it seems like, every time. And he's trying to make these shots. We have seen him time and time again. Chip in, come close.
The grandstand ready to erupt and cheer as one for the hometown guy, Mickelson. And we were talking about this a couple of holes ago. It's a different kind of pressure that he carries this week because of the build-up, the expectation, everything he's done to have his game primed for this moment. So it'll be a par after Woods made eagle on a par 5 earlier in this round. It was Tiger's first eagle at a U.S. Open since Shinnecock in the 3rd round of 04, where he ended up holding a 104-yard shot from the fairway.
There's not many eagles made in this championship.
No, there's not. That's right. So 2 over. He misses to the right.
Good shot out to the right, trying to draw back towards the green.
Gosh, that's the best shot he's hit all day.
He had to keep his legs and his feet really quiet.
That's the best shot he's hit all day.
I kind of watch him walk there. That gait doesn't look the same. I know we're over watching that, but naturally, best player. Does he slip here as he comes down?
Yep, right foot went out right there.
And you see that extra torque with a little slippage and already that discomfort in the left knee, and watch as he walks away. Definitely.
Hell is that?
And within 4 of the lead. How about that birdie? How about that birdie?
Fairway slopes left to right, Curtis.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Drawing back from the right side.
Over the ridge there. And that is big.
Back at 13, the par 5. Rocco Mediate shares the lead at 2 under, his third here, Billy.
115 yards, Terry. Drew a pretty good lie in that first cut of the primary rough. Just a little right of the flagstick, get up a little bit. It's good now.
Yeah, it's great now.
It's good now.
So Rocco a chance to get it back to 3 under and turn things around, going in the opposite direction, the wrong direction, the last few holes.
Never lie.
See what he's got here. So by the numbers, that would tell you that it's come up about 8 paces short, but it looks a little bit more than that, and Tiger clearly was expecting better of himself.
Now Tiger Woods after a very, very mediocre 45-yard wedge shot.
Should be straight up the hill here. How about that? How about that? So Tiger Woods, 2 consecutive birdies. Picks up another stroke. Now just 1 over par, even for the day, and 3 back of the leaders.
The par 5 and a birdie try for Rocco Mediate to get it back to 3 under. Oh, a wasted opportunity.
Started this one well out to the right, and it is making a move toward the flagstick.
Well, is it going to get up over that little ridge, or is it going to come back? It's trying to stay. There it goes.
You can almost hear the crowd trying to will it to stay there. Regardless, one of the better shots that we have seen on this hole. And he will have a birdie opportunity for 3 in a row. He gave an interesting look too at his caddy after he made that second one. Take a look at the Pro Tracer and the imagery, as the Tiger generally sends one up almost out of sight. In fact, that one climbed over the top line scoreboard.
Well, beautifully shaped shot, though. You could tell he was aiming right. That is exactly what he was trying to do.
You feel the momentum, Judy, with him? For his 3rd birdie in a row and to get to even par for the championship.
Yeah, very similar line as to what Mickelson just putted on. Firm enough?
Yeah. Looked like it might have taken a couple of hops.
We see the club head speed, 116 miles an hour with a 3-wood. That is very impressive.
And the ball is very straight, Gary.
169 mile an hour ball speed, 262-yard carry with a 3-wood. Wow.
That breeze comes off the water. If he turns it right to left, it'll hold it up just a touch.
Certainly the kind of follow through he was making, trying to hit a low draw.
He did. He hit that almost little stinger looking shot. It didn't quite turn over. It was pretty straight, but it is beautiful.
Get up there. Is he going to stay there, Gary?
Looked like it. Just climbed to the top of that slope. Good pace, good pace.
I do believe he likes the 4th hole.
Hope all those guys got a good shot of it. Tiger moving.
Well, as you say, Chris, they must have gotten a good picture here, because nice reaction when this one goes in.
What sore knee?
Puts the ball in the fairway here, and it is definitely a birdie hole.
Appeared to be almost the exact same shot he played on the last hole, Judy. Started down the right with a little draw.
Exactly. That was the shape.
Yeah.
The whole location to be very aggressive with. Should come back down the hill. We should have quite a bit of break from right to left.
Oh, it's got a chance. Here comes Tiger Woods.
That's 5 threes on the front 9, his second 9 of the day. That's a beautiful scorecard, isn't it?
You don't see that in U.S. Opens very often, that's for sure.
Not unless you're playing net.
Even net, Boomer, that's done.
That's right. Started way left. Is it cutting enough, Judy?
You know, I've lost it in the sky, Gary.
Yeah, well, that's easy to do in this gray gloom that you see now, but that's fine. Left center of the fairway. Take a look using our Pro Tracer. Starts it well left of the tree, trying to play a big fade. So safely in the fairway, but that's going to leave a much longer second shot. Fade follow through, starting at left, trying to move it back to the right. Shaped beautifully.
Oh, wow.
Look at this.
Then he's got a chance for another 3. 515 yards, and he's got that for a chance at a birdie 3.
Hit it firmly enough. But still a very good par. Good tee shot, good second shot.
In for par. And
it sounds like one, too. The hesitation in picking the tee up.
No, he liked that one. Yeah, there was no question, and he went at that one pretty hard, Carl. That was a good sign, I would think, for Tiger. No wincing or anything.
No, you've noticed that since his 10th hole, the first hole.
Tiger Woods. Started way left.
Oh, man. That, not a good shot. Got it to spin back, but it's going to be better than it was struck. That's for sure. Turned out okay. Yeah. He didn't like the way he hit it. Looking for it to move right, and it's not going to do it that much. Upper level and letting the ball release back to it.
Well, this might be the time right now because there is virtually no wind at his back. It is slightly back uphill. He played that with an 8-iron.
Oh, well, I think he got another fortunate bounce there. Certainly better than what his reaction was.
Well, he's a member.
Oh, well, that's true. Been playing here since he was a kid.
Members bounce.
Well, we'll never know because it just was not quite hit firmly enough.
All right, I'll settle for a 6-3.
Well, you know, sometimes you just have to settle for par.
Rocco tapping in.
And puts him back at 2 under, a 69 followed by today's 71. And a birdie on the last. Very popular in the hunt in 05.
He likes that, obviously. The right side. That is the flatter side of the fairway, as the fairway does slope from left to right.
He's trying to draw just a touch.
Asking for it to jump, and it does. Look at this. Goodness gracious.
Now Tiger for eagle.
I think he was a little surprised that ball did not come down off that high area with a little more speed.
Of course. A 30 on his second 9 here.
Well, you know, Chris, we talked about the rust of not playing competitively for, you know, 2 months. Well, it may have taken him just a little while to kind of work through that rust, but he got it done that 9.
Now Mickelson for bogey. Well, Phil will shake hands with Tiger Woods and will not see him tomorrow. He can hope that he sees him on Sunday. What a pair of days of golf we've had from this threesome, and what excitement.
Yeah, it's been awfully fun to watch and extremely exciting. I know the crowds have certainly appreciated it. You can tell by their reaction as the players leave the 9th green.
Thanks very much, Tiger. You said it was going to take a little bit of time to find your competitive rhythm. How would you describe that rhythm today?
Well, it wasn't exactly an ideal start. You know, I was 2 over through 3, but be a nice 3 there at 13, and I thought I was going to get it going there. Then I, you know, bogeyed 16 and 17, and then all of a sudden, you know, made some putts on that back 9.
What is it about the front side of this golf course that you seem to just thrive on?
Well, I don't know about. I don't know. It just sets up well, I guess. I don't know. You just got to stay patient out there. All I was trying to do is just stay patient and just trying to get my score under par for the day somehow, and you know, that would give me an even par for the tournament. But luckily, I just did a little bit better than that.
What's working particularly well in that stretch? 4 birdies in 5 holes after you make the turn.
I just made some putts. You know, to be honestly, I mean, they weren't exactly, you know, tap-ins. I didn't stiff it. I hit it in there 15, 20 feet and basically made those.
Second shot at 1. How would you describe it?
Pin high.
Can you give us a little more than that?
8-iron pin high.
Everybody's wondering, obviously, how your knee is going to hold up. You're 36 holes into this championship. I know you're reticent to talk about it, but how would you honestly describe what you're going through with it?
It's a little sore right now, but you know, I'll be good to go to come tomorrow. And again, we're at a U.S. Open. You just got to stay patient, hang in there, and grind it out. I mean, these conditions aren't going to get any easier. This golf course is definitely drying up. The greens are getting faster and harder. So I just got to stay patient.
Coming off a 30 yesterday on the back nine.
Left to left to left.
Wow.
Third straight day he's missed this fairway.
Well, that is, he was hoping he'd get out where the gallery's been walking, but that's some of the longest rough out there, and even with his strength, they can't get there from there, I don't think. Gonna play a draw. It's not going to drop this bit.
Hung out right. It's not turning enough. We'll miss right.
Not many guys can keep it in the air that long out of that lie, but he's short-sighted himself. No green to work with. It is on a little upslope, but the odds of making par there is probably 1 out of 2 at best. You better not fluff this. I could see him hitting it too far, worrying about that. And there it is. That was a very difficult shot.
Back of the green for par. Tiger.
Ooh, did he hit it solid or chunk it? That was a chunky chip.
Last thing he wanted to do is leave himself a long bogey.
Vague looking, this putt. Tough read. Ocean's left. And that Ocean kept it from going right. You know, your eyes say it's got to break towards the tee, and the Oceans and the drainage likes to go towards the water. He looks like he's going the other way, Gary, and ride the wind.
I would believe that was his 5-wood, and he is shaping this shot right to left, and it's going down the left-hand side. Dangerous line.
Well, it's going to be okay, Raj. It is in the intermediate cut.
Remember on this hole, the first round, he spun it back to the front, didn't he?
Yes.
Maybe this slide will take off some of that spin, Raj.
Oh, careful.
Nice shot.
Okay, good now.
Good leave. Look at him.
Yeah, he knew another foot or so, and that ball would have moved 30 feet farther away from the hole.
Might run down and mark it.
Not firm enough. Not firm enough.
Well, it would have gone in, but it's to the left. And for him, that's unusual to miss, huh, Gary?
Yes, I would agree, Johnny. It was pretty much the ideal putt. Maybe you could have had it a little bit shorter, but can't get much easier on this second green than that.
He certainly knows he needs to carry it farther than that one.
This hit much, much higher than the last one. Drawing right to left, just a little left of the hole as well, and that catches the front bunker.
Came out of the pitch mark, importantly.
Tough start, guys.
Also on the upslope.
Tough start.
Let's take a look at the flight of the ball on our Pro Tracer. Hitting right at the blimp there. Up and draw. The wind is right to left, pushing the ball to the left, but it's also pushing it down. Bunker is Tiger's play now.
And mediate for the birdie to take the outright lead at 3 under. Good looking putt. Yes, Rocco mediate. 45-year-old finds himself atop the leader. Just a little shrug, and no big deal.
Tiger now.
Easy shot, Tiger. I mean, Roger. Or...
Yeah, the green runs away from him, and it'll move to the right, but it's on a bit of an upslope, which helps.
Well, that's going to be a tricky little side sloper, though.
Yes, it is. He got a lot of sand between the ball and the blade there. You have a look here, Roger Mulvey?
Well, it's a little downhill side sloper here. I think it If anything, it might turn the shade right, but if you hit it firmly and you have the courage to hit it firmly, I don't think it does a lot.
Well hold. Goes in with nice speed.
In response to that hole location, right, Roger?
I would think so. Going with lesson driver here. Starts right, going right, not turning back at all.
Oh, that ball went down under. That's in that long Kikuyu. The only good news, you got sideboards right of the green, and you got a good angle from there. There is an opening with sideboards on the right. The sideboards are right over in this area here, and of course, the opening is there. He's going with the stinger runner, and it didn't come out, huh, Raj?
And now it's turning a little bit more left than he wants and catches that front greenside bunker.
I think all in all, that's not a bad leave because it's back into the wind, right?
Yes.
Let's take a look at this knee action, and you see how he holds the club up like Jack Nicklaus did when he was playing a lot, choking down on it about 2 inches. Look at the torque in that leg and the back and the muscles in this thing. And you talk about, you wouldn't want your ankle to be down there. And you see, he turns that thing down. Look at the supination, and look at the grass flying all over the place. Yeah, nearest land is the Aleutian Islands, going that way.
Went right under it. It's such a perfect lie and went right under it, John.
Pressure on this putt, Roger. I mean, he's really, you know, sort of leaking oil here by his standards.
Yeah, he's got to stop the leaking, that's for sure.
This goes left, huh?
Yes, a little bit.
Beautiful setup, just perfect.
So a double bogey at the first, a bogey at the fourth.
What a start.
Tigers dropped 3 in the first 4 holes. But he is only 3 back after beginning the day 1 back.
+3. Of course, if you didn't watch yesterday, he shot 30 on this 9, and now he is looking at a lot different score if he doesn't get it going.
3-wood here, shaping this ball right to left. This should be very good here. Solid tee shot there.
What are you looking down there, Gary?
I don't know, John. Good question.
Officially a cut lie, right, Gary?
Yeah, the ball should be a little bit below his feet.
See if he holds it open on the follow through. Very weak left hand grip. He's looking right here with his eyes.
Fight. Looks like he pulled it.
Yeah, this is headed left.
You know, we talk about that lie makes you come over it, Gary.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it, Johnny?
Yeah, it just happens, I'd say, 70% of the time.
Well, it's hole high, but it's up on that upper shelf. So we'll leave a very quick putt, and you can see him making the motion that he just kind of flipped the club through instead of holding on to it.
Oh, that's just like a perfect description, Gary. He just showed you.
Yes, he did. Just drip it over the edge of the slope right about there. Now it should start to pick up some speed as it moves toward the hole. Boy, what a good putt. That had to look good for a long time. Tiger Woods not seeing much good happening so far. +3 early in his round. Rocco Mediate with the 1-shot lead.
You can hear "Let's Go Rocco" chants in the background as Tiger's teeing it up here.
He's yesterday really held the club face open beautifully, but the wind's really left to right a lot today.
Well, he started that ball well aloft to that big tree and is hitting a pretty good cut here.
It's the
moved this ball a lot left to right, Johnny.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Well, there is slice wind, plus he cut it. That was a beautiful shot.
How about a pro tracer look at Tiger's tee shot?
This is like designed. You couldn't hit a better shot than this. See that? That's just like power fade.
An artist.
Just fantastic. Just
right over the edge of the eucalyptus.
Let's take a look at this. You want to see a power fade move, weak grip, takes it back, opens that face pretty darn quick, real quick. And then from there, watch the torque that he puts on this. Just gorgeous. Look at the torque on that shaft. Look at the leg action come up out of it. And just really just a full cut. That's the shot that Hogan developed, where you learned to cut it without losing distance. Look at that finish. Nice.
There's a good chance Rocco could hold this one now, particularly after seeing Stewart's putt.
Yeah, not too many guys have gone from the long putter for a long duration and then go to a short one and then win a big championship. It's very rare, isn't it?
Firm enough? Yes, it is.
He loves that putter, I'll tell you that.
Rocco Mediate to 3 under par, and the lead grows to 2.
Maybe a little more help in it than you might think, but there is a left to right component to it, certainly.
As we mentioned, just 25% of the field reaching this hole in regulation.
Well, I bet you less than 25% drove it where he drove it.
Boy, he hit down on that ball.
Oh, this is a good-looking shot here.
Man, he hit down on that ball hard. I'm not
it hit soft.
I'm not so sure that he didn't go down too much, which would slow down the club head speed a little bit. That was a monster divot for a long iron.
We've seen a lot of players not getting that approach putt to the hole. This is a wild green, as you mentioned, Johnny, all the undulation here.
And then about 2/3 of the way the hole will climb up another ridge.
This is about as fast as cold maple syrup right here.
Not a lot of players getting it there today.
Putting away from the ocean.
Tiger's got some speed on it.
Well, that's got enough speed.
Yep, that's a good one. He gave it a good right hand wrap.
3 doubles in this championship.
Great worm cam here. Got that line there. He misses those about once every 10 years.
But then a beautiful par at the long par 4, and Tiger's 4 back at Mediate. But
like I said earlier, he only hits about 265. He likes the line. Did he get it?
I think he did.
He's just playing better than everybody else. That's all there is to it. Hitting the fairways, hitting the greens, Mark.
He's having more fun than anybody else.
Yeah, he is really having a lot of fun, Johnny, and I think that's the key.
It's coming across, huh?
It's from the right, maybe helping just slightly.
So he could ride the wind with the hook or cut it up into it and lose a lot of yardage.
Picked up that tee fast. That's why.
Pardon me, Roy. That's out there.
That's as center gets right here. 155 to the hole.
You think he'll carve a little left to righter in there?
Well, he's got a bit of a downhill lie here, John, with the ball a little bit below his feet, which would, you know, make you think he'd want to do that with the ball, certainly with the hole back right.
Tough hole location, folks. That is tough with the wind coming right to left.
Now, this just a little left of the hole. Pretty good looking shot.
The other ball, that of Robert Carlson there.
We get you back out to the 7th, and Tiger.
Tiger going a little backwards today, 3 over par. And this putt just outside left edge. A little slower than most guys are reading this putt.
He's due, Murph.
He is due.
One time!
Just like that. Got a pretty good view of Carlson's putt, which missed on the right. Tiger bounces back to even par. Taking advantage of opportunities.
I think, though, if he lands it on the top tier, the first bounce will get to the back edge. It might stop there, but his ball flight, he's probably got to land it into the bank or just short. Downwind left to right. How's that look? Yep, that's the problem, is his ball flight. Some guys can land there and hop it into the back tier, but I would think what he doesn't want to do is hit it over in this area. Wouldn't you think, Bob?
Yes, he does not want to miss way right, yes.
Since the whole location's back right. You see the flag waving right there.
Making a bit of a cut motion there.
Boy, he got a lot of club on it, Bob.
Sounded pretty crisp. Wow.
What a shot.
Wow.
What a shot.
Well played, Rocco.
How about that little crossover step down?
That was terrific execution. You see the whole location, the far back right. Let's watch Rocco's reaction. I did it.
Out to the 10th, Lee Westwood for a birdie to join Rocco under par. And he's got it.
That was a very good read because that thing did break left towards the hill, which is very unusual.
Should be a slow putt, yes. Wow. It was there, just not quite enough.
It's so predictable, though. You find a putt that's uphill into the green, and you'd think guys could, with their experience, would be able to hit it a little harder, but it doesn't seem to be, huh?
He has settled down. Stays it even.
Well, a good chance to birdie the next hole if he can hit the fairway with his distance. He's the second longest hitter in the field this week. So.
Ooh, he likes that one.
Everybody's turning back. I think this will be good.
Oh, it is, and gets a huge bounce.
Wow.
Oh, that is deep.
That's down into the sprinkler head nobody's used.
Let's watch this ball flight using our Pro Tracer.
It rides the wind, huh, Gary?
Yeah, he did. Got it started to the right. Got it turning a little bit with the wind. And that baby stayed in the air for a long time.
Cut front left, 252 to the hole. He's hit this ball very high, shaping it right to left, coming at the right part of the green.
Oh, it should kick left. And
yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, a bit unlucky. Hit it very softly.
That's a good spot there.
That is a very good spot. Speed's good. Oh, boy, just grazes the edge.
Now
boy, he wanted that one, didn't he?
Yeah, now he's mad he hit it past.
Yeah, that's true. It catches the hole. And his reaction, boy, right about now, he thinks he's got it. Oh, no.
He was ready for a good old-fashioned Tiger fist pump there, Gary.
Nothing you like worse than when you got a putter in your hand and you make 5 on a par 5 when you hit it in 2.
That's just the way I've seen everybody miss it, Johnny.
Wow, that is Fry City for him. I hated those more than anything. I'd rather shank it than 3-putt a par 5 for a par.
Well, maybe not.
Well, as long as it's not OB or something.
Yeah.
It's like you deserve it. I mean, the guy hit it with 300, what was it, Gary?
60.
360 drive and an iron, right? Perfect looking at eagle. How'd you do? Par.
So he's going to go back and take another look at it. But, you know, it's amazing, guys. All see the same thing, Johnny. I've seen every player miss that putt to the right.
Birdie hole.
Okay, this one looks pretty good. We'll hang on down that right-hand side.
Even for the championship, and at present 3 back of Rocco Mediate.
As I said, the greens have not firmed up. The players are spinning some balls back like you saw right there, but that's actually a very good lead. He can make that putt.
He seems almost puzzled by what happened there.
What you do is play it back in your stance so the club comes up quicker. say there's a lot of magic going on with the Tiger so far, but he's still in great shape.
Well, he can flip the switch like he did yesterday.
Well, he seems to be having even par so much on his mind. Every time he interviews it, he says, I just want to get to even par. Well, he's at even par right now and seems to be holding pat.
It's very, very high, and he's trying to cup it, mostly holding his line at the left center of the green.
Very nice. Just a total percentage shot.
Head to 13. And Lee Westwood just short of the bunker there, Gary.
Boy, that stuff's thick, Murph.
Yeah, he just popped it up. Well played. Got it right under the hole. That's a good leave.
Wow.
Back to 10. Big birdie chance for Rocco.
We heard a right-hand break.
Got it. That's a Rocco roar. They're getting louder by the moment here. It's a 4 under. The lead is back up to 3. Listen to that.
The only way he's going to miss it is if he misreads it.
Saves the par. Still loses a shot to Rocco with Rocco's birdie at 10. So Tiger is 4 behind in a tie for 3rd with Davis Love and Jeff Ogilvy. To the tee at 12. And Tiger.
This is an important tee shot to hit a good one. He's lost to right, I think. No, maybe it's left. It is left. It looked like it was a right follow through, but it looks like it's sitting up reasonably down.
Not the worst lie we've seen, that's for sure.
Looks like it might be down grain.
You felt a connection to it. We offer our thoughts and prayers from here at Torrey Pines. Everyone in his family as Tiger's shot lands in the bunker.
This course is taking its toll. It's the hardest hole in the golf course. Big swing, like a driver swing. And that's that.
Couldn't get any spin on it, yeah.
That's that lie you were talking about. That's a good call, Roger. That thing just, even with that big a swing, he couldn't spin it. And the bunkers were deep raked by the USGA, which.
Come that much.
It went straight and actually tried to pull right towards the ocean at the end, and he
Had
can't believe it.
Had a little different angle, but boy, it sure looked like it had to go a little left, certainly early in the putt.
You know, you folks, what you don't realize, a guy like Tiger pushes and pulls probably 1 out of 30 putts. So all it is speed and whether he reads them correctly. He doesn't push or pull them.
So Tiger is back to that +1 number. That's where he was after he doubled the first and bogeyed the 4th. And now a full 5 behind Rocco Mediate.
With a 5 wood. Probably won't take that much today.
If he gets it in the fairway.
There you go.
Well, today this is the easiest hole in the golf course. We saw him squander the 9th hole after hitting the big drive. Let's see what he does here, Bob. It's been 2 eagles.
Just came really fast and out of it. And that's going right, Roger?
Yes, it is. He didn't like it at all.
No.
You know, if he gets it down there where it's trampled, I'm not sure he got that far over, but if he did.
So far right, it's gone over the bunkers, I think. I see some marshals running. Yeah.
That thing might
There
be
go the
just
people.
fine. He might be able to get a drop there. They got some things in his way, and I would say there's a good shot that he might be just fine.
Boy, that is really offline. Changed the day yesterday when he made one here. Got him rolling the correct way.
By golly, this is a great looking shot if the distance is good.
That almost landed in the hole.
It certainly appeared that way. I don't know how you can hit a better shot than that. I don't. I have no idea how you can hit a better shot than that. Take a look at this swing, Johnny.
Take a look at this. Back in his stance, huh, Murph? Really still. Look at his head. His head is he's just loading up that left arm. It's almost hypo-extended. And look at the drive into those thighs. Delay, release, stay down, head down. That is perfection.
Yeah.
Right there is as good as I've ever seen.
Watch this land now. Let's see how close she comes to hitting that flag stick. It just landed a little past.
Man,
what a shot.
This next one's not going to be that easy, but want another look?
One more look and watch the crowd as everybody wants to get a view of this shot.
Look at that guy. Look at this guy right here.
Back off. Back
off. Looks like he knows what he's doing.
I'd guess that.
His eyes are way out in here, Murph.
Yeah, he might be playing it good 5 feet.
There's that eagle I talked about that could change the championship.
How crazy was that putt? Three eagles today. Snedeker, Axley, and Tiger. What a putt.
Well, Gary Koch, that was better than most.
It was indeed, Johnny.
One more look. To read it is one thing, to hit it with the exact speed.
But Steve Williams knows it's looking good right now.
Welcome to Tiger Pines, huh? There are those folks back up in the stands. Good thing they were looking.
Wow. That was better than Bay Hill.
A Torrey Tiger roar.
He can do some things in golf. My, oh my, oh my. Watch this.
I love Steve Williams' reaction to this thing.
Absolutely. He's got the feeling. He's got the feeling.
Best seat in the house, Steve Williams.
I'll tell you, they have a lot of fun together, those two guys.
Oh, man.
They work hard, but they really have a lot of fun.
Right, turn it over.
Is that to the right?
And he started it right, but it is not turning. It is going to mess well right up in the gallery.
Well, let's see if he gets lucky here. He might have a tree in his way. Any of those peoples converge on that ball. There's nothing like golf, though. There's no other sport you can just get right next to a guy and enjoy the action just like they did on the last hole. Back into the wind.
He's got this moving a little left.
Catches the bunker. That'll be a long bunker shot.
That was a very poor shot for Tiger. But the problem is when you go with the lower draw, when it lands, it's landing way short.
Tiger's bunker shot.
A hard one. I think he's not going to play it at the hole. I think he's got to play it right at the hole. He's on a downhill slope. No green to work with, really. Certainly behind the hole. Long bunker shot. I think he just had to play a safety.
Yeah, you can't get brave from there, can you? You catch it a little thin and you're gone.
Right, back at 16, Johnny, this to me was always the most difficult kind of putt in a U.S. Open. Downhill, a little bit of left to right break.
I believe he is the guy Tiger's got to watch out for. His stroke is magnificent right now. Got a lot of experience.
Oh, what a nice putt. Dan, you were mentioning about the illness coming in, not feeling well the last couple of weeks, and he was saying that because of that, he really had no expectations coming in here, and he thinks that's one of the reasons why he's playing so well.
Those are the kind of putts you just feel. You feel like if it does anything, it has to go a little right. But boy, he had the speed done right on cue there.
It's so narrow. You got trees left, trees right, and a strip of hole. That might be the knee there. That's the knee. That's the knee there. It's actually pretty good, but that hurt him. That hurt him big time. No weight on the left knee.
A lot of torque on that.
This is the left knee here, and it is absolutely. Yeah, that's it's taking its toll.
It got him late in the day on Thursday. We haven't seen a lot of wincing from Tiger, but
It's gotten worse every day. Watch his swing here. Maybe you can see something, folks. Takes it back here, and this is a good shot, by the way. Well, look at that knee. Watch how it snaps right here. That's where he gets that power, and up he goes out of it. And the torque on that, when you've got 128 miles an hour clubhead speed, he's hitting the ball over 320 yards. You know, he doesn't have to swing quite that hard, but you can see he is major league in pain there.
Plus your adrenaline's pumping, and you know, Johnny, you get in the sporting arena, you get a championship in that championship mode. You do
can't
tend
back
to
off.
forget about the injury, and you just don't back off. Tiger after another knee-knocking swing on the tee here with his second at 15.
This from 161 has to hoist it up over a eucalyptus tree well ahead of him. He said very, very high and just a little left of the hole.
And Roger, as he was coming down the fairway, you noticed a difference in the gait coming down.
Yeah, you can tell it's a guarded gait now, and his left foot really isn't flexing like it would normal stride. He's kind of guarding it, and you can tell it hurts.
And Lee Westwood with his third. Dottie Pepper, you have now joined this group.
I have Gary, and he has 105 left for that third. He's got to get the ball at least to hole high. He could spin this back.
Yeah, that should be a good yardage for a full sand wedge, I would think. Throw it a little bit behind the hole and bring it back just like that. Well done. A little wry smile there.
He has to putt through about 3-4 feet of fringe here, and the ball will move right to left. This an uphill putt.
He's looking pretty far right, Roger.
Well, it's got some pretty good turn.
He's looking out there a couple feet.
Not going to get there.
Boy, that was tracking dead center. He had it right on the button.
They'll stay at even with 3 holes to play. And Tiger was trying to root it on, but as Roger said, just never quite had enough.
Yeah, the flags at 18 are just blowing nicely. It's a high spot there. Got that club pretty laid off at the top for him, Gary.
Yeah, that's turning a little left of the hole.
That's he had it shut at the top. Do you see his wrist bowed, Gary?
Yeah, that was. He's asking where did it go. He's looking into the sun. He can't tell.
Let's take a look at this position at top, Gary. You notice, see if you notice the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with you, Johnny. That was certainly more laid off than what we've seen of late.
Yeah,
and that was a pretty big draw, too.
Yeah. Of course, he might have been trying to draw it, but he definitely laid it off, and that's why it went left.
Things scooting a little bit.
You want to grip it firmly on these and just brush it. Oh, grabbed. That might be good, though. There's a lot of break in there, but leaves himself a big curler, I think.
It does. It's definitely a left to right breaker from there.
Not the leave he wanted, Roger. That's a tough
No,
putt.
that ball checked up. It bounced straight up in the air, and I'm sure he wasn't playing for that at all.
He doesn't like it. Good shape off the tee for his little draw second shot. Be a great putt if you can get it, but that's a double bogey.
It's his first double bogey of the championship.
Got to make that, but looks like he should make that.
He's going to drop all the way back to -1, just one in front of Tiger.
And he just watched Stuart Appleby miss it from about 2 feet again, so he needs to get that out of his mind.
And he needs to try to recapture that happy-go-lucky spirit at a most difficult time. He's played +3 golf the last 3 holes. He's had the lead all day long, virtually, Johnny, since he opened up with a par and a birdie. Took the lead from Appleby at the second hole, has had it all the way until he just lost it. 16.
Woods for par. Yes, solid. Tiger Woods remains at even par.
Watch out for this. Yeah, much
nice.
that broke.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a good putt. Welcome back at the 17th. Tiger Woods on the tee.
He hasn't hit a fairway in a long time, Gary.
Oh, this is right to right.
Well, that knee gave out that time, Johnny. You can see it looked like he tried to hit that little stinger.
When's the last fairway he hit? It's been a while since like number 10 or something, right?
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that, man. This is set up for a Kirk Gibson finish.
Yeah, you think of all the guys limping in. Willis Reed.
Yeah.
He's got it way back in his stance, Johnny. This is that, stinger that he tries to hit just low and with a little draw, and
yeah,
just can't get through it. Can't get onto the left side.
Yeah.
16.
Mediate for par. Up the hill, turning left. I don't think it'll break that much.
Wheels are coming off.
Yeah,
huh?
they really are. That's 4 over par the last 4 holes.
He is. He's going to try to kill it and let it ride the fall line down.
But it's actually been going right down here. I think he's totally wrong on it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I think he might have found that fault line that Donnie's talking about.
Yeah, he had the right idea. It's not the easiest putt in the world, but he knew what he was doing.
So Westwood, who at one point in his career reached the 4th ranking in the world way back in 2000, and then went through an incredible slump, which saw him plummet to 256 in the world.
A lot of people wrote him out at that period, like he was done.
Well, it's only on 11 paces. I mean, potentially he can hit the ball landed on the green. I just don't know if he can get it to stop or how quickly he can get it to stop.
Get in the hole!
That's going to catch the bank and stay above the bunker, I believe, on the left-hand side.
So Tiger Woods in a little bit of trouble at 17. He's 2 back with Mediate. It's Lee Westwood who leads the U.S. Open.
He's going to have to put a lot of weight on his left-hand side here. This ball on a very steep upslope. Not the worst of lies, however.
Well, you can hit this just off the right foot. I've done it before with my bad knee.
What the?
Oh, you gotta be kidding. Oh, he knows it too. He got away with one there.
It never looked like a birdie, I can tell you that.
It did not, and if this thing doesn't go down in the hole, Johnny, it's going to go 8 or 10 feet by.
What the?
Carries it much farther than he was trying to.
Wow. Yeah, that hit up the flagstick and came back down on the first bounce.
Again, I asked the question, how does one guy come up with so much of that?
It's just amazing.
And one more look. Ball obviously comes out much quicker than he expected.
Geez, those stands just about got rocked down.
Gotta help him up the hill with that leg of his. Watch where it hits, folks. It hits short and climbs up the flag on the way down. Bingo! And down it goes.
Well, if the kids weren't to bed at 9 o'clock Eastern time when about that eagle drop, they might be up after that roar.
Two-shot swing, Gary.
Yeah, easily. Johnny, after the tee shot, you would have thought he could have made bogey. Go back to 18.
And this is Westwood to push it to 3 under.
Pretty straight, Dottie, isn't it?
It is. I think it is left center at the most, and it would be his 3rd consecutive birdie here at the 18th.
He should make this. If you watch closely that stroke, he came down into impact and he just curled the heel ahead of the toe. It's what happens when people are nervous. You see it all the time in major championships. That's the classic miss by a touring pro. The toe stops.
That could have given him a 3-shot lead, but coming back up to post 2 under.
That was big for the guys that are contending. That miss. He deserved a birdie.
So Westwood unable to get it down to 2 after playing that brilliant 3rd shot down to the hole. Nevertheless, Westwood, who has won 27 times worldwide, 18 times on the European Tour, just 1 win in the United States, came back 10 years ago in New Orleans, the only player without a round over par thus far. 70, 71, and 70 for Westwood. So, Johnny, you mentioned earlier that he was playing the steadiest, and the numbers bear that out.
Only player under par here at Torrey Pines.
Noise from the grandstand at 17 from play behind.
Yeah, let's see this leg, Roger. What do you think he's going to hit here?
I think he's got to hit some kind of cut, John.
I think so.
Got to hang on and try to hit a hard cut if you can. Well, that's just what he's done.
Yeah, that was the shot. I thought aim at those eucalyptus and play that shot he hits. You know, the shot he hits at number 6, Roger, that he's done so well with.
You know, we mentioned, you know, Kurt Gibson and Willis Reed earlier. This is beyond that. I mean, this is a guy that over 4 days has to try and get this done. I mean, this is a grueling walk on a grueling golf course.
Well, Danny, let's use our NBC at technology, and we will zero in right on that left knee and watch and see what happens on this swing. Johnny, do you think by playing the cut it takes a little of the stress off?
I just think that's a shot he's been hitting. And so he hit it so well on 6 every day with that cut around the eucalyptus. That seems to be the one that he's pulling off with the best results.
88 for birdie.
This one very makeable, Gary.
Right to left. Yes, Rocco. There you go. Way to come back.
Get your mojo back, Rocco.
There's that smile again. Yeah, he really has played well, John. He's hit 14 of 17 greens. And
he's looking left for the cut.
Well, he's hit it way up in the air, and the ball is cutting right of the hole.
It's almost like he doesn't really get a great chance to enjoy it. He just looks down and grimaces after another swing. Johnny, you've watched a lot of championship golf in major championship history as Tiger's ball continues to roll back again, cheered by this crowd. Have you ever seen anything quite like this?
It's just been an amazing round, having to deal with the knee and the fact that he made the unbelievable eagle and then the chip in that got a little lucky on the last hole, climbing up down the flagstick.
For the stay up, he's got it.
There's your leader. Second eagle on the back 9 for Tiger Woods. That's what you call limping home. And he's in the position that he's been in that's put away 13 previous major championships. Birdie at 17. Got away with that one, but this was absolutely perfect. Get the knee up on ice, Tiger.
Look at this.
You've got another 54-hole lead in a major championship, and I don't think he's attained that kind of position quite like he did today. This has been absolutely remarkable. From above.
He just throws it way out to the left. Hits the fall line right here. Starts flattening out, and it's hard.
He was 5 shots back with six holes ago. Absolutely electric at Torrey Pines. There's your primetime player, Tiger Woods. Mark Steinberg, his agent, gives him a nice little low-key high five. Rocco Mediate with his third. Mark.
112 yards. He just said it's playing 120, so he definitely wants to carry it just up to the hole or a little past it. Won't get much spin, I don't think. Got a good line.
That's a good one out of that rough. That's a terrific shot.
Final stroke of this incredible third round Saturday at the U.S. Open. Rocco Mediate will be 2 behind Tiger with his +1 round of 72 today.
That's good scoring for 3 straight days by Rocco. He's really got to be proud of himself.
Tiger, I've had the good fortune to see you do a lot of stuff, but the backside today was pretty special. A couple of eagles and a hole out. Can you take us through the eagle first at 13?
13. Yeah, I wanted that angle, so I hit it almost on 12 fairway, which was nice.
Nice play.
Yeah, nice play. Yeah, then I hit a 5-iron. Actually, came out a little warm, but just wanted to make sure I tried to get in the back bunker, but it actually held, which was great. The putt, I was just trying to lag it down there inside 3 feet somehow, and it went in.
Okay. Well, nobody had gotten that putt high enough, so you're the first person that really read the putt properly. Now 17. You drive it right again. Second shot, grass slope above the bunker. What happened?
Well, that little pitch shot came out a little warm. I wasn't trying to hit it that far, and it was just pure luck, man. When it goes in one hop like that, that's just pure luck.
Now 18, it looked like on a tee that you were just trying to figure out how can I hit something down there in the fairway.
Yeah,
it looked like, it looks like you're rehearsing. I'm going to hit some kind of cut and see if I can get it down there in the fairway, which you did. Take us through the rest of the hole.
Yeah, pretty much played kind of a duck slice out there in the fairway. Started left bunker and kind of sliced it back in there, and I had a 5-wood in there at 227 hole and decided to hit the same shot. And I was practicing on the range actually earlier today for number 16. At the time, the wind was kind of more off the west, and I didn't think I could get 3-iron there, so we were rehearsing a little 5-woods, and this was exactly the same shot I was rehearsing. So hit it up on the green and made a bomb.
And the putt coming down the hill, big break.
Yeah, it was. You know, after I saw Robert's putt break quite a bit at the end, coming down there, so I figured, you know what, I'm gonna get a little bit more of an angle where I got to send out a little bit more, and I probably wouldn't have made my putt unless I had seen his putt first.
We have to ask you about the knee. I know it's a subject you really haven't wanted to talk about much this week, but obviously we could see you grimace on some swings. A couple of things. Is there a particular kind of shot that it bothers you on most? And 2, is it getting worse day by day?
Particular shot? No. Just whenever it decides to, to act up. And is it getting worse? Yes, it is.
Dan, back to you. Thanks for playing, pal.
I'd like to see him hit a cut here like he did at 18 yesterday, but I think he's going to maybe go with the draw. I don't know. It looks like a sort of a cut setup.
Left to left again. That's 3 times this week he hit the big pull hook here.
Better get it a good break here, otherwise that rough is really tough. And he's out with the gallery, and it's just whether or not he gets lucky with the trees, and he might be just fine.
Tiger may be off to another difficult start like he's had in the first 3 days. And let's take a look at the swing and see how it's looking.
I don't know if he changed his mind. We've got the ball well forward in the stance for him. You'd think he was going to play down the left side and cut it. Watch him come down. He's in good shape there. Good shape. And you see him turn down real early that left hand. And I think it might have been a double cross, maybe the knee. I don't know. It looked like he was aiming in the left edge of the rough and cutting it and hooked it.
It's the people that have encroached on his line. It's
got a lot of grass between the club and the ball. He's got to go through that grass.
This ball's come out straight left, hits a tree, and kicks left again.
What starts he's had to his rounds this week, the worst of his career. It's amazing. He's leading it.
Double bogey again in round one. 2 bogeys and a par on the first 3 holes in round 2, and a double bogey in his first hole yesterday.
He's holding the club above the ground like Jack Nicklaus would do, so the ball won't roll, and he drives into it and just turns the club right over.
And Rocco Mediate, 127-yard pitching wedge.
If Rocco could see the group behind him, he'd be saying,
Well, he may be saying, anyway, Johnny, look at this. Sticks it in there about 4 or 5 feet. Hey.
Better make it past that first cut, huh?
Exactly. He's got to carry it across that first cut and land it into the fairway and then let it run.
A lot of shaft angle. Got the ball back in his stance. He'll pick it up quick and hit down on it.
Oh, he got it up too quick, hit the tree.
Can you believe this, Roger? Have you ever seen
It's just, no, I never have. This first hole is just giving him fits all week.
Yeah, but this is another notch worse than the other days.
4th shot.
Look at him hack at that. And look at that.
He is still not going to be on the green. That's where he wanted to end up on the last shot, but he's lying 4 there.
I've never seen him play a hole like this in his whole career.
The 2.
And Rocco Mediate for birdie to get to 2 under par.
He may be in the lead in a minute, Gary. This is a right edge putt.
Yes, sir. Good start for Rocco. And the fans love him.
He's going to be pretty shocked when he sees the leaderboard next time and saying, whoa, what's going on back there? Wouldn't surprise me knowing him, though. Better be careful not to knock it by, though. Trying to make it.
Well, if he makes that, Tiger Woods will have started his 4 rounds in this U.S. Open with double bogeys 3 times.
What's the feeling like out there, Roger? It's got to be like a lot of tension in the air.
It's absolute shock, Johnny. I don't think anybody can believe what they're watching here. I really don't.
I think right edge.
So Tiger's 4th double of the week, the most he's ever had in this championship, yet he's just 1 back.
Driver here, Gary.
I don't know, John. This is he did not hit one here yesterday. Boy, he went it that hard.
I don't understand that.
It's going right, too.
Roger, why would he hit driver here?
I don't know, Johnny. I really don't. I think he could take it across that bunker on the right if he wanted to.
And the first major grimace of the day comes at the second for Tiger, who has been using his clubs as a cane.
I'll tell you what.
That's all he can do. That's really a pretty good effort to get it there. You see the swing he made just trying to advance it about 70 yards.
The ball will funnel back into the middle of the green and leave a long and very difficult putt for birdie up and over a ridge.
Big break left to right.
Yeah, big break left to right, and one that's very difficult to judge the speed on too, Johnny. Most of the players have been racing it well by from there. Visualizing the path that he wants the ball to take. The downhill part, but is it enough?
It's not going to get there.
No. So about 5 or 6 feet left for a par, and a lot of people out here too.
72.
Tiger for the bogey. So a double bogey start. Tiger Woods is back to even par.
That's his third 3-putt of the week.
It's just about in the same line as Westwood's.
It should stay right there. Yes, it does.
Can't help after hearing Roger and Murph's comments, though, Johnny, every time and through the years there's been a lot of tendencies to count Tiger out. Almost every time he's proven us wrong. Tiger Woods.
And it would appear apparent that Tiger has to wield this club to do any magic.
He's going to have to wield it if he wants to win today. He's going to have to be really good with the flat stick.
Tiger's made par here every day.
That looked a lot better.
Drawing this ball right to left. It's going down the left-hand side. Wants the wind to hold it.
Oh, just on the edge over there.
That could be the club he needs to hit the rest of the day.
Guys, I've been told that the group was told on the third tee to pick up their pace a little bit. They had fallen behind. They're not on the clock, but they've been told to pick up.
Well, they've been all over the course. Right at the tower. It's a nice smooth one, Tiger. You don't have to rip it.
Wow, is that a big bender right to left?
Is that necessary, Roger?
Well, I don't know, John, but obviously that swing bothered him a lot as well.
Well, it's putting, you know, a little too much club. When you hit a hook, that big a hook, you take off loft and you hit a very strong flight and it goes longer.
On a little different line, but got a good look at the pace of Westwood's putt certainly, but still the idea is the same across the ridge and then downhill breaking right.
Is he going to drop another one? Almost. It looked good for a while, just didn't give it quite enough break.
All right, but that one bothered him too.
You know, it's not the snap, it's the torque, I believe, because that's what happens when I try to hit a driver. What happens is the left foot is planted. If he was wearing tennis shoes, well, let's watch this. If he was wearing tennis shoes where his foot could slip better, it wouldn't hurt as much. But see, the fact that it's planted and now the knee just torques on top of the lower leg, and it just really tears up that knee. If you could just slip, I don't think it would hurt as much.
I believe that was a switch from a 7-iron to a 6. He's going to try to play something a little choke up on it, so I'm trying to cut it up here. This ball going at the center of the green, not really moving right much.
Stay on, but a long way from the hole.
Putting off a ledge here on the left-hand side of the green, and we'll cross over a ridge and pick up speed and turn right. Quite a little bit, actually.
To Tiger.
Tap in par. Remain at even par.
It's just a little pain. I'll put up with that. So
He's
I think
downplayed
he's
it all
got to
week.
play the cut with the wind. That one was an audible.
Yeah, but it's in the fairway.
Yeah, you can't go by his reaction because he's reacting to pain, but not basically the shot he's hit.
Let's go by the Pro Tracer here.
He's hit it perfectly every day with that cut around that eucalyptus tree.
It's a very unusual sound to hear from a drive that's hit exactly the way he wants it.
Well, this is a birdie opportunity, Raj.
It is. This is from the left side of the fairway now, almost directly downwind from this angle. It's only 170 yards.
Come on, Tiger!
One yard. Chest right to the hole. A good looking shot here. Oh, it doesn't quite carry to the front though.
That's a little unusual. And those fronts have been shaved. They're Bermuda grass put in there on purpose. So you have the tight lie, but the ball will back down off of them. And
Tiger short of the green, Raj.
Play a little chip and run here. Try to bounce the ball up this slope. Very tight lie.
Should be into the green.
Go! Go!
Is that going to go in?
Pretty good.
For a while. So Tiger has settled down after the double bogey start and bogey at the second.
Back to the tee and Tiger.
Trying to go with a neutral drive. I don't like it. Hard to tell where it is. I'm like,
it looks as if it is. It's in the right rough, but popped up nicely, didn't it?
and it's amazing. This course, 1 under par is leading with this light rough.
Has to be played precisely.
Hit very high in the air, wants it to go. This ball just not taking off the way he wanted to. Came out very soft.
Pretty good bounce though, Murray.
Very nice bounce. 7th, that's Tiger, of course, and this is for birdie and share the lead. Uphill all the way. Is that hard enough?
Nope.
No.
No magic yet today.
Not yet.
Yet is the key word.
Wow. Tiger for his par now. Okay.
Pretty good at answering people.
This too on a great line. Oh, it doesn't carry.
You think a little unusual. A couple holes ago, Roger hit that shot right at it. Comes up way short of the green. Short of the green here. He maybe just not getting the power that he normally gets, and he hasn't adjusted.
Tiger from the bunker.
That's not an easy shot. Easy to leave it short.
Hoists it way high and just a little short. Beauty.
Did a very good job.
Should make this.
And that's 6 pars in a row after the +3 start after the first 2 holes. So Tiger, who looked like he just might shoot himself way out of this thing early, has settled down.
3 par 5s the last 10 holes, Gary, and he's played them 8 under.
This too going down the right.
Oh, he's hit it great here every day.
Yes, he has hit it 360 yards here yesterday. Plays smart. Make 4 here. Didn't wince on that one at all. And what a shot. What a shot.
Turn that grimace into a smile as he eyes an eagle possibility.
And you see the most eagles since they've been able to keep track of such things since 1992.
Tiger has not given the gallery one good chance to cheer today.
Slow putt, moving to the right.
Gonna get there.
No roars today, guys, so far.
It's still early.
Well played hole, though, huh?
Yeah, very well played hole. Taking advantage of the par 5s is what he does, Johnny. This would make him 9 under par on the par 5s for the week.
There's a little roar.
Finally, a birdie for Tiger. He moves to 1 under par.
Back over to 10 for birdie. Rocco mediate.
Tiger's even more left than Westwood was. He's going to go with the holder. It's not grimacing quite so much.
Maybe he's figured something out.
That's his little cut shot there, Holder. It's a good shot, good swing. That's the one I'd like to see him hit more often.
Hit it way up in the air, just a little left of the hole, cutting toward it.
Right over the top of it.
He's been a much different golfer since the +3 start in the first 2 holes.
That might look closer than it really is from where he's standing.
Hey, our chairman of NBC Sports, Dick Ebersol, read it for us, Dick. Put a mic on him, Raj.
Well, we got a little bunch at the top now. He wanted that one badly.
Rocco, Woods, and Westwood still with a little cleanup here for the bogey.
300.
Let's watch this. This will be a smooth one for him, probably. Sort of cut off follow through with a fade hold.
Well, it's just a little left of the hole, trying to cut.
That was a heck of a shot. That was a beauty. That's going to come back. We saw this earlier. It comes all the way down within 5 feet. Gallery's going to go crazy. And there we have it. Tiger Woods on the prowl.
Let's see if Westwood can answer. He's really been impressive in the fishbowl of this final pairing in a major championship on Sunday.
Well, the last hole was surely not impressive.
It's a 4-iron that started right. It is not drawing. It is in line with the bunker right.
Starting to lose it a little bit. Tiger's putting the heat on him, and he's melting.
Is for the lead by himself.
The field's gonna quiver if he makes this.
Would you have expected anything else? Tiger, after a +3 start in the first 2 holes, has birdied 2 out of the last 3 and has taken charge of the back 9 in this U.S. Open.
Looks like he's going with a cut. A little baby cut.
This ball hooking down the left-hand side, right along the edge.
Well, that's a good shot. Oh boy, might have been late.
It's just not turning. It's at the right side of the green.
Hey, a lot of guys would take that. A lot of guys, most guys haven't even hit the green.
Out too far, and it's 12.
Rocco at 13.
Shooting straight up the hill there, Mark.
And all the way from the bottom of the hill. Good looking shot here.
Beautiful shot. First guy to get it there, I'm going to tell you.
Now he's having some real fun, Murph. By 3 shots over his friend Chris Riley. So many great PGA Tour stars have won that prestigious junior world on this golf course. Tiger won a total of 6 junior world titles.
Boy, you hit it 80 yards right yesterday.
Going left according to that Marshall.
Let's have a look at Pro Tracer and watch it go across the canyon here from the new tee. You see Tiger aiming out to the right. Pro Tracer.
Oh, that was nailed. Look at him. He's trying to help it. He's doing an Arnold Palmer Falls there. He's giving that Arnie. But, you know, he's got an extra gear nobody else has, so watch out here.
Oh, this is further left than Westwood's.
Oh, how about this?
How about this?
Double ice plant.
How about this? Rocco is to go to 2 under.
Certainly can't be more than 2 feet.
Rocco's fans are happy about that.
But now this very thick here. Extremely thick rough.
Impossible hole location almost.
Just on the back of the green. That for par. They made one here for the history books yesterday for Eagle. That one not as good. Misjudged.
That's the first bogey in 36 tries as a professional on this hole he's ever made, guys. Never made bogey here, and he's made a lot of birdies and some eagles, as we know. He thought it was straight and it went right on Murph.
Yes, it did. A little more speed. That went in nicely. So after 2 incredible eagles, Tiger makes a bogey here at the 13th.
Get in the hole!
Well,
Nice ball going up the right.
Just wants to take out the big number, I would think. You know, this one he's going to make par option birdie.
And not an easy angle there because of the hole location right behind this bunker.
Right now, baby.
Needs to get down a little bit.
Choked down on that club, but he hammered it a little low. Very makeable. Lee Westwood, same time that Rocco was hitting, for birdie. Well done, good play. Moves Lee back to even par, 2 shots behind Rocco.
Boy, did he need that, Murph, after 3 bogeys in the last 4 holes.
What have you seen, Murph?
Seeing this putt left short.
It's not going to get there either.
Just like that.
It's a good call, Bob.
It's just a hard putt to read, and as Roger said, it seems to be coming out of that bunker, fooling the players. They just feel like it's going to be lightning from back there.
Faded big time. He's in it right now. 15. Tiger's second.
Well, he's backed off this tee shot twice. It's going down the right side. This is going to miss right. Well, right.
And again, he's outside the ropes.
He's there almost every time he plays this hole. Face is open.
He's hit it really high, but really right, short and right. This is going to be, that is no good.
I just don't understand why he didn't run it up this way. You know, he could have hit that little squeeze fade and run it up the green short of the hole and run it up, I mean, short of the green and run it onto the green.
He's made that big swing. Telling you what, that's a very good shot from there. Very good.
He is in danger of falling back to even.
You know, with a foot and a half to go, that hit something and kicked left. It was breaking right into the center of the cup, and it nicked something and kicked it left. And he is not happy about that. And we'll see that in a second, that little kick. It definitely, you watch about it. I'd say 18 inches from the hole after. Watch this coming down here. Let's see if we can see this. It's going good there. It's starting to take its break right now. It's breaking right into the center of the hole, and it hits something right there and goes left, and then tries to break back, but it's too late.
He's fallen out of the lead. Rocco is the sole leader.
This is a 5-iron.
Oh, and it just doesn't quite carry far enough. Johnny, another 2 feet, and that's right next to the hole.
Yeah, that could have been stiff.
Can't figure out quite where it is. Asking, is it long? No, it's not. It's just short. Tiger with the flag stick out. Raj means one thing.
He's thinking in. Gonna go to the right.
Oh, it's got a lot of speed. Got a lot of speed to it.
That's the one problem when you try to make chips, huh, guys? Is that sometimes you race them by.
All right, well done. Woods remains one back. Tiger. 2 holes left. Back to the tee at 17. And I think a crucial tee shot, Johnny. If he puts the ball in the fairway, it becomes a birdie hole.
He's hit some good 3-woods, but he looked a little late. Less is hooking, and I guess it is hooking.
Yeah, the way he picked that tee up, I would think it is turning, and it is.
Yeah, he played a little draw. That's a good shot.
That's a good shot.
Is he going to finish birdie, folks, and steal another one? He was pretty far left, Gary.
Now looking for it to release, and it does not. Wow.
He must have been trying to play a cut because he
I think it was. Hoisted it way up in the air. It sat very softly.
Out there, maybe a foot.
Get it!
In fact, the first call to Rocco after Jansen won in '98 at Olympic. And then Rocco watched Jansen win at Baltusrol in '93, and we know that Lee Jansen has stuck around here to cheer his good friend on, but will it be good enough for another moccasin win?
It's been 4 years since anyone has finished 72 holes in the United States Open under par. Rocco's done it.
Always left.
So Tiger Woods will make a par, 71st hole. He will need to birdie 18 to tie.
Rocco's dodging bullets.
Yes, he is. Or an eagle 3. Could potentially win it.
Setting up for a little fade, it looks like.
He starts this ball well left, and it's cutting, but that's not going to come back enough. It's going to miss left.
Boy, and
Rocco dodges another one. Middle of the bunker for Tiger. How's it going to end here at Torrey Pines? Rocco clinging to a one-shot lead.
Let's go, Tiger! Oh. Did he get it?
Going right in the right rough.
Boy, that's a huge mistake there.
Rocco, what's going through your mind?
That's all I had. I left it all out. I'm all over the golf course out there. It was the most fun I could ever have dreamed it would have been, and I held myself together somehow. It was dicey at times.
What makes you the proudest about the way you played today?
Just knowing who's behind me and paying attention to what was going on. I had some opportunities to get maybe a couple up there, and I just missed them. And you know, I haven't been in this situation, well, I'm ever really this close ever in a major, so it was cool. I felt good. You know, I gave it a few hooks, which I tend to do at times, and but I kept it together somehow, and I made some good putts coming in on 16 and 17, and the one on 18 was as scary as I had. It's only 2 feet.
Was there ever a time out there where you were thinking about winning the U.S. Open?
When I buried the second hole, I just said, just keep putting the ball in the fairway and the greens, and you could win this thing. And obviously, a few mistakes happened, and then all of a sudden you're trying to hold on, and I'm watching what they're doing, and no one went crazy, and Tiger started bad again, and knowing he was coming back, I knew he wasn't out of it when he was 2 or 3 over par after 3 holes. So just try to keep doing your job.
All right, let's watch what's going to happen now.
Let's see what happens. I can't do anything else.
Guys, remember last year at Oakmont, he needed birdie on the 18th and final hole to tie Cabrera.
Makes a mighty lash out of it at the bottom. Can you get lucky and get the right distance? Look at this, going to funnel down that hill. That's a pretty darn good shot.
Expect anything different? We've got Tiger for 18 holes tomorrow.
What a birdie from the lie he had on the third shot. And that ball went in by 1/100 of an inch. This ball could have lipped out just as easily as it went in. It gets
Little double fist pump, chest up in the air. Here's how close this came to maybe not going down. But when you're Tiger Woods,
oh man,
they don't dare wiggle out. Another 70-second hole scene from Tiger Woods. Now listen to what Rocco had to say.
Unbelievable. I knew he'd make it. Yeah, I knew it. He's Tiger Woods. You got it.
Beat him tomorrow.
First playoff in the U.S. Open since Southern Hills back in 2001. And Tiger's 54-hole streak has a chance to continue.
Rocco, the man you just shook hands with, and you have a tee time tomorrow morning.
In the morning sometime. I don't know when, but you can't ever expect him to miss. It's amazing.
You and I were standing there talking. I said it's not in your personality to root for a guy to miss a putt. Is that correct?
No, absolutely no. I did all I could, and you can't root against somebody. It just doesn't make sense to. And I was prepared for that to happen, so I did. I couldn't do anything else, I don't think, today.
All right. If you couldn't do anything more today, what do you have to do tomorrow to win?
Battle royale. I mean, I got to play against the #1 player on grass as far as playing golf. So we'll see.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do now?
Well, I guess I got to go to the press room for a while and yak, which I don't mind doing, and then probably rest. I'm tired. What time is it anyway? Remember,
It's late.
I'm old. So I got him by 15 years. So
congratulations on a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tomorrow.
Thanks, Mark.
Tiger, great four at the last. Not the kind of four I envisioned you making.
You think?
But the third shot, if you could, it looked to me like you hit it in an area where someone had played a shot, not so much a divot, but it disturbed the grass there and it settled a little bit.
A little bit. Like say someone may have played there, some in a practice round or something, but it wasn't that bad. It felt like I could get the club on it, and we were kind of caught in between, right in between clubs. So we decided to go with a hard 60 and at least give ourselves a chance instead of trying to play a 56 and bounce it in there, and it worked out.
And the putt. Now, it looked to us like maybe it would start breaking left a little bit from the start and straighten up a little around the hole. Is that close?
Well, it was a little wobbly down there. It was, that ground was a little bouncy. So I was just kind of, I played probably about 2.5 balls outside the right. And I said, just stay committed to that and just make a pure stroke, because once it starts rolling down there, it's kind of like playing Plinko. You don't know what's going to happen, but only I can control is my stroke.
Now, I have to ask you about the knee. It seemed like it bothered you early on, and then it seemed like it didn't bother you as much as the round progressed. Different from other days. True or not true?
True. Took some things to kind of relieve that.
And adrenaline, maybe?
That helps, too.
All right. How do you think it'll hold up tomorrow, then?
We'll see.
Okay.
You got it.
Have a good night's sleep. See you tomorrow.
Here he goes, the tough first hole back into the wind.
Good looking drive here right down the center. Turning a little bit toward the left-hand side.
Very impressive. He did get in the playoff to just get here into this championship.
Tiger's third playoff in a major. Obviously, perfect record of 2-0.
This one cutting up the right-hand side, going at the bunker.
And gets a nice kick out into the fairway.
It's good now.
Yeah. So both players in the fairway, and Tiger says, finally, I'm in good shape.
Took Jack out of his game by all the laughing and smiling. That could work in Rocco's favor.
Yeah, the little snake on the first tee. Rocco well back at Tiger.
176 yards for Rocco. This one is right.
No bury.
Not a good shot.
He asked it not to bury. And it's okay. Came out of its splash mark.
Rocco's been really good out of the bunker, so good chance to make it up in there for him. Really a pretty swing, beautiful tempo.
Just a little left of the hole.
Tiger in good shape. Rocco in the bunker. Opening hole of an 18-hole playoff. Rocco out of the bunker at the first. This was just a moment ago.
Over 20 feet here. Right to his right.
Not too close by Tiger standards. That's what I was afraid of. Not even close, Rocco, but he was playing that to go left to right. It didn't. He should have been watching it when it went out of the bunker. But it is a deep bunker.
So a bogey start for Rocco. Tiger still left with a little par putt to clean up. Now, when he started off yesterday morning, the pain was evident very early.
Wind a little bit from the right here, Gary.
Is he going to visit the long
going
stuff?
Left, yes. Just fine rough left. Might have got into the fairway bunker.
No, it's short of the bunker, right?
Stayed short?
Yeah, but it was in the second cut of the primary rough, so it appeared to really settle down in that rough.
Is it okay? It must be borderline.
It's down the right side, and that's going to sit up okay. Much better angle than Tiger has. Rocco has owned this hole. He's played it in 3 under par.
Going a little bit right, trying to get that right side of the green. Okay, short right miss. That's not bad. Not a bad lead.
Doesn't look like the greatest lie, though, does it, Gary?
Well, it certainly has some grass around it, John.
He's had some good karma on this hole. This one's headed a little bit right, though.
He's been late on both iron shots. That is a really bad shot.
Could be tired swings, Johnny, that both of them went right.
That is really a bad shot with a short iron.
Yeah, that couldn't have been any more than the pitching wedge there, Johnny.
That's what, 50 feet right? Makes you pull it if you don't watch out.
Hey, Rocco, we got this thing, baby!
Well, not bad, but it's one of those nervous length putts.
Well, the good news is not left or right, Mark.
That's true.
I thought it was a chunky lie, and he sold it awfully deep. He sold it all the way to the ground, Gary. You're supposed to hold that level with the ball. That's the biggest mistake I see by professional golfers. Is that right there?
Yeah, good stroke. Kept the speed up. Okay, safely down, so both players par of the second.
Ball hit very high and moving a little left to the hole. Pretty good looking shot, but it comes up short. It looks like it may have buried.
2 straight times, Stevie.
Get him, Rock!
And it is coming in from the right.
Rocco is in the house. Rock in the house.
A crater behind it, so you can get the club down in behind the ball and pop it up, I think, but still it won't have any spin.
Trying to go a little bit left into the hill. Popped it out, squeezed it out. I don't think you could play it better than that. Tiger's made all 3s here. How easily he hit that. Still has gone some 3 feet past, hadn't he, Roger?
All right,
bogey for Tiger. That's a good birdie. He goes to even.
Needs to put pressure on Tiger with those straight tee shots.
This one starts down the middle. It's turning just a little left, but he hit it hard.
Hang on.
That will take a big kick.
He too hitting a draw, this going up the left side.
I don't know if he caught all of that, Roger. Maybe you got that flush?
It was just behind Rocco there.
Right there. Playing a little.
Oh,
got
no!
a shot.
He's overturned it, though. This is not, he's going to miss the gap and maybe catch the bunker. Stay short of it, I guess.
And that is hard to judge the correct distance coming out of that Kikuyu rye stuff. Very difficult to get inside of 8 feet from there. Hope he doesn't hit it goer with a hook. I can tell you that. It could be down in the bushes.
This one is very high. Headed toward the right corner.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. He just smoothed it. Did you see that little? You don't think of a guy sort of just cozy and even hybrid, but that was very good.
backs off
Who
a
set
little
these
bit.
pins? Oh, sorry.
Rocco, who set these pins.
Oh, how about this shot? He took it further right and used the slope off the right.
Whoa, horsey.
That's good putt.
Oh.
He laughs, but that's huge. That ball went in. That could have been a 360 lip out.
It's in now.
And on they go to the fifth, and Rocco holding on to a one-shot advantage over Tiger with a nifty up and down from the rough.
This one started well right.
Draw more.
Keep coming. Going for it to draw more, but
That's not going to be a good spot there.
That was a good swing there, going up the right side.
You see where he's aiming left. Trying to do the helicopter follow through cut.
Well, it's not cutting as much as he wanted. It's kind of holding his line left of the hole.
that was a little slope there, though, Ross. It should follow up back toward the hole location.
Pretty much has to forget about the hole location.
It's hard to hit a flush out of the sand.
Wow.
Coming out left.
Way left.
Oh, hit the path.
Hard path.
Maybe the second path. What a bad break. What the heck is that? That's on the third hole, isn't it?
Somewhere over toward the third tee, I would think, John, yeah.
He does not carry a 60-degree sand wedge. This is a 56. Pretty good lie.
Back into the wind.
Yeah, but he's got to land it on a downslope. Can he stop it? Can he stop it? That's a heck of a shot.
It's coming back.
Yeah, it's eking its way back toward the hole, so.
Wow.
Pretty good recovery there.
He's just got such a perfect putting stroke. He rarely pushes it or pulls it. You putt towards that water, though, you always got to say, how quick is it going to be? Looks pretty good.
Is it firm enough? Is it firm enough?
And a look at Tiger's early card here shows you 5 consecutive 4s to start out this opening 9. Not seen some of those early grimaces of pain that we've seen from Tiger in the first few rounds.
He's hit more good drives on this hole than any hole besides number 9. He's carved that fade on this hole perfectly. Same with number 9. He's creamed it in number 9, well over 320. He's hitting a hook into a slice wind, and that eats up yardage.
Good shot, Rocco.
Thank you.
It's a good looking shot here.
That was well hit, both of those. You see the difference in distance between Rocco and Tiger? It's a different zip code.
Caught it clean, but it's going right again.
Leave it.
Boy, plenty of length there.
Well, sitting in the cut that's not so long, chipping back into the wind.
The wind is what
definitely the wrong club.
I totally agree with you.
hit it very high, and he's shaping it right to left, but this is just right of the hole.
How about stiff? What a shot. Wow, that's a beauty. That thing was painted right down the flag stick. Did he catch it?
I don't know.
Sounded a little chunky, but I think he might have just barely
Might
made
have
it.
gotten lucky.
Yeah, it's going to go way right now. He has a different
Look
route.
at this by Rocco.
He didn't need to go that far left, but he did it. Playing it outside right.
Tiger will have at least a one-shot lead.
He just doesn't miss those putts. That's why he's Tiger Woods. Other guys, they make it and you get all excited. Wow, I made it. And for him, it's, hey, it was in before I hit it.
Yeah, there's not much to it, actually.
Pretty straight, right in the fall line, I think. That was an important putt. Very nice by Rocco.
Yeah, that was very impressive up and down.
There is a little bit of wind, maybe 10 miles an hour. Coming from the west.
He likes it.
Yeah, good looking tee shot here and there.
Oh, dead center on Murph.
Is that center or what? Might be 1 yard off, Johnny.
I don't know.
Keeps moving. Looks to be a little better swing with the driver here. And just creeps into the intermediate rough, but a good lie. Draw it in there nicely.
Get over there.
Come on. This one is not turning left.
Been leaving the face a little open all day in those irons, doesn't he, Mark?
Yeah, not a bad shot,
The downhill line will keep it down into that wind a little more.
Put it a little bit.
He's playing a draw, and it's drawing in just right of the hole. Yeah, good looking shot.
Very nice. Excellent position right under the hole.
The A game is coming out, guys.
For a birdie. Just ever so slightly.
It's 2 out of 3 holes. He put it right in the heart and came up short.
Surprised him. Just excellent speed and an excellent read. Tiger Woods can read greens as well as anyone I've ever watched.
So it must be between clubs. What do you think he'll hit then instead of that, Roger?
I think they're trying to hit a little cut up there, yeah.
I didn't like that one.
Now he kind of crossed it over. It's going a little left. Probably wrong too, huh?
One hop berry. Does it come out? Nope. That's one of those one hop spin berries, and that was a huge miss club. I don't know where he came up with switching from an 8. It was just a soft 8 iron. Yeah, a 2-shot swing on number 3, the par 3. It could be another one here.
Still, even with that coming up short, he's got a big advantage at the 8th. He trails by 2.
Tough to hit the green from here.
Call that, Johnny.
He's going to be hitting again, I think. Well, it's about a tie.
Rocco doesn't waste much time getting in his second.
A little farther past than he wanted it, I know that. Pretty similar chip shots, looks like.
A little left for bogey for Tiger.
Pretty important putt here, I tell you.
Tiger with a bogey. He's bogeyed the 2 par 3s, 3 and 8. And Rocco trying to pick up one of those shots here. Rocco cuts into the Tiger lead, trails by just 1 as they get ready to make the turn here, heading over to the par 5 9th.
Rocco!
There he goes.
Yeah, that's a little better.
You know, Rocco's picked up 3 shots today on Tiger on the 3 pars, and he's still 1 down. This ball will be hurt.
First grimace.
That doesn't mean it's not a good shot, folks.
First one he went at a little harder too, Johnny. Okay, left center.
Maybe hug the left-hand side of the fairway if you can.
Important shot. Need to hit the fairway.
Hit it. It's going a little bit right.
Amazing how many times, Mark, you see even good players kind of get a little lackadaisical on layup shots.
It's a hard lap.
Well, there's a pattern there of those right
Right
irons.
irons. That's about the 5th one today, Johnny. Interesting to see the shape that he takes because he's been having trouble cutting this club.
This is hooked left, heading at the bunker.
All right, with the hole cut over on the right-hand side. He's got some room.
Didn't seem too daunted by the whole thing, did he?
But coming out of the rough, no spin.
I think he could have gone with the other one, keep it in front of the hole.
In the hole! Yeah!
Wow.
Quite surprising. Just looked like he got the club a little deep, Johnny, into the sand. And
Believe how slow he hit that?
yeah, Roger said it was a little bit of a downhill lie.
Bob Costas at Torrey Pines in San Diego. 18-hole playoff for the U.S. Open Championship. Tiger Woods for par at number 9 to maintain a 1-stroke lead over the 158th ranked player in the world. This is mediate for par to stay 1 back, and he does not find the cup. So now, as they prepare to make the turn through 9 holes, Rocco mediates Cinderella's story in a great deal of jeopardy, trailing the greatest player on the planet by 2 strokes now through 4 holes of this playoff.
Swing in Rocco's direction, but a bogey for him. He's trailing by 2. The par 4 10th, 414 yards.
This is a birdie hole if the guys can get it in the fairway, and he does not like it. And
It's going right, John.
Yeah, he's leaked it right, and it's gone down into that Kikuyu grass, and that's going to be a tough shot from there. He's only hit 3 fairways. That's the big thing, and just 4 greens out of 9. That's a good looking swing. That's the first swing that actually had the Rocco rhythm.
And the first ball that's turned over from right to left.
Yeah, that was the rhythm that we've been watching all week.
But it's Tiger here who is playing first out of the rough.
This lie is awful. That is all he could do is hack it down the fairway.
And you can imagine with a short iron that Tiger Woods can hardly get it there halfway. Give you an idea how tough some Kikuyu lies can be. That was probably the worst lie I've seen close to the fairway in the whole championship by anyone. This is a definite birdie opportunity. He needs to get it right now. Maybe a 2-shot swing.
This one is very high, and he released it. He cut it a little right, though. Not a bad spot.
Yeah, well, it was horrible. I don't blame him for having that reaction. Took it in a little deeper than I thought it would. Well, that's a lot of spin from that distance again on the ball. Wow.
This Kikuyu grass, the ball just sits so beautifully in the fairways that you can just hit any shot you want and put any amount of spin if you contact it correctly.
His third.
Got a fairly lofted club, Johnny. I'm not sure that was the best choice.
That was just a flat chunk from a perfect lie. You know, these guys have only hit 4 greens out of 10 tries, both of them, just 4 out of 10.
Another stroke of genius by Tiger.
Another one of those putts that could have been a violent lip out to the right. And somehow that ball just dove in on the pro side. I thought it was going to be a violent lip out to the right. And it looks like it's going to miss. Oh, just eats it up. That's the advantage of being on the high side.
And Tiger, who has fired the crowd up here on more than one occasion, along the pace of Torrey Pines, gets them out of their seats again. How many long putts and big moments have we seen from Tiger? The Rock is shocked right now. Tiger is pulling away a little bit. The playoff on the par 3s have gone in Rocco's direction.
Yeah, Tiger hasn't hit a shot on the 3-par, but this one the guy's saying it's going straight. The guy was
going a little bit left.
There we go. Just again, that could bury into the lip again. He did that on number 3, and he buried it on number 8. Now maybe he's buried it again on 11.
Opening for Rocco, needs it. 3 behind.
Should be a 4-iron for Rocco. Right, drawing back left. This looks good.
It is good.
Advantage for the underdog at Torrey Pines.
The ball's sitting down again. Comes out with no spin with that kind of lie. That's 3 par 3s, 3 buried lies, and Rocco has picked up 3 shots on him and counting possibly.
He hasn't taken advantage. He needs to play the course.
He's going to get his par and hope that Tiger's incredible par-saving powers take a pull off here.
Somebody needs to make putts against Tiger.
This time, Rocco's going to dodge one of those Tiger par savers, cut into the lead, trails by 2.
And Rocco on the tee first.
Yeah! This one is very high in the air, so it won't carry too far, but should be okay.
Johnny, the swing looks a little freer. It's like, you know, after the bogey at 10, he said, hey, I got nothing to lose. Let's just go for it.
Go with the smoother swing. He's hit some good shots when he's done that. When he swung hard, he doesn't hit the fairways. You might be right.
Well, this one going up the right-hand side, extreme right-hand side.
It's going to find the fairway bunker.
Wind has changed directions, Gary. It's coming a little more from the left right now.
Well, that was
he killed this one.
Aggressive swing there.
They said he murdered it. What a shot.
Look at this.
What a shot.
Only 15 birdies recorded on this difficult par 4 throughout the 4 rounds of the championship. And Rocco's got a legitimate chance there.
That's 2 easy holes he didn't take advantage of.
God damn it.
Well, he's hit it way up in the air. Obviously didn't like it.
It's a similar shot to what he hit out of the fairway bunker on 18 yesterday. He said he got the toe into the sand deep and just kind of hit a high floater out to the right.
I just don't think he carried the ball anywhere near as far as he wanted to.
Did you see a heel grab, Gary?
Yeah, I did, John. It sounded, the contact didn't sound particularly good, did it? Is it going to turn? No.
Wow. What a putt.
No, it was not his best effort. So, at best, a bogey. for Tiger Woods. His back-to-back bogeys at 11 and 12. Okay, so mediate with a par. Just one behind.
I would think Rocco could reach it too. He can turn it over and the wind will help carry it.
Right. Just made 3 consecutive really good swings at 11 and 12.
This one may be turning just a little too much. Oh, nice off bounce though.
Big advantage for Tiger if he can hit the fairway. You sort of see the open club face. He's trying to cut it, trying to get it to come back.
1 yard, he said. He didn't get it.
He hit it plenty high.
I don't think there's any more on that one, is there?
Needed a couple more yards.
Lacked a couple of yards. Not a hard bunker shot from there, however.
Wow.
He's a par 5 killer.
He's hit it way, way up in the air, a little bit right of the hole.
It's a very nice, very soft bounce there.
Well, Murph, is it time for another eagle?
Came out a bit left of what he expected, but it's very makeable.
13's the place to be, isn't it, Murph, this week?
Gonna get there.
Right in the jar.
In the jar. He read it correctly again. Didn't quite match the speed. Well done. I'll be that moment brief.
This time Tiger missed one of these. He's about a year and a half old.
Well, he hit it hard again. It's just a little right.
Coming right on up. Well played. Just couldn't reach it with that club. That's all. You can't hit it any better.
Ball kind of fluttering up a little bit, pretty much in the same line as Rocco's. Maybe a little right of that.
Just a little right.
Setting up again.
Appears to be a reasonable lie.
Chunked it.
Chunky.
Well, they got away with it, though. Got that downslope. Pretty easy putt from there if you're going to be 10 feet on Murph.
Got a very nice kick. He did, yes. That's more like it, Rocco.
Little pressure on Tiger now. That's what you want to do. Put pressure on him, huh, Murph?
Try your best. If it's at all possible.
Look at Rocco.
Yeah, that's your ball, Rocco.
Well, he's making sure there's no mud or anything on the back.
Right. Thanks, birdie. That's one that hit the edge that did not go in. We've seen a couple really crawl in.
Well, we've been out here exactly 3 hours and a couple minutes, and it is all tied up. Both +1. The game is on.
Tiger had a 3-shot lead through 10 holes. It's all gone.
Well, he's giving it plenty of room to the right. I'm not sure it's going to come back.
Come on, man.
Get in
there. That's a nice kick.
And Tiger almost never hits this fairway, folks. He's on TV.
Right again, John.
I don't know what it is about this hole, but I've watched him in San Diego Opens, and he hits it right there. If you put a flag stick there, he'd birdie it every time.
To pull even.
Boy, this is a nice clean hit, Johnny, just right of the flag.
Rocco's putting the pressure to Tiger.
Seldom do we see it. How many times we talked about major championship Sundays? Well, forget about Sunday, it's Monday. But can somebody take down the Titan?
Well, he is shaping it right to left. This is a good-looking golf shot from back there. I'll tell you what, that is a great golf shot.
It's coming back, too. It's a Tiger shot.
Yes! Rocco says if you're going to pull shots off like that, you better make it to match me.
First long putt of the day. What a time to do it.
You are seeing something very, very unusual in the final few holes of a major championship. Someone stepping up, and right moments after Tiger delivered some of his Tiger-esque magic, you're watching Rocco Mediate at the age of 45 answer it.
What a beautiful putt.
A one-shot lead with 3 holes to go. It's Rocco's championship at the moment. By 1 as they head to a long par 3 16th.
It's a 4-iron for Rocco. It is very high and very straight.
And going to come up a little short and not bounce forward. Pretty good miss. That's good position.
Just got it up a little too high.
I tell you what, if I was Rocco, I would not be disappointed in that shot.
Boy, this is at the hole if it will get up.
And it just chases onto the green, but in good position. Boy, this is nicely done, Rocco. What a putt.
In the hole! Come on!
Gotta go. Is it far enough? What an effort.
And how many of those has he had this week?
Uses the toe of the putter to tap it in. All right, 2 pars at 16. They move to the par 4 17.
It's head toward the right-hand bunker, trying to draw off it.
And it gets a favorable bounce, and that is
First cut.
okay. First cut.
Another good swing, Gary, that he released.
Oh, he likes it.
Oh, yeah, he's turning it to the right center of the fairway. It's very good here. Very, very good.
Nice controlled swing, so both players in good position at the 17.
the shot shape, and it is just left of the hole.
And it is good. About 20 feet behind the hole. He carried that ball past hole high.
He had plenty of club with
yeah,
that.
He did.
Right.
Doesn't like it.
Well, it's okay.
Made it by how far?
Yeah, about a yard.
Will that roll back?
I think it'll stay there, Johnny.
Okay. Got away with it.
Yeah,
Didn't make it by much.
Easy, easy. Will it break enough? Will it break enough? It won't get there.
That was sticky.
Surprisingly so, considering it was headed toward the ocean.
Real sticky.
Tiger in with his par 4. Okay. Rocco Mediate will take a one-shot lead to the 18th hole.
Exact scenario as yesterday in regulation when Tiger birdied the 72nd to move it to today.
This one is pulled again, just like he did yesterday.
In the bunker.
Yeah, boy, that's not a good shot.
Hurt. Little grimace, little flinch there after the swing. Doesn't mean it's not in the fairway, and Tiger's right in the middle.
Well, there's Tiger. When he has to hit it, he does it. That makes this hole for him a par 4. How's that look, Mark?
Well, it's headed up the right-hand side. Should be just fine.
That's his 67th shot of the day. Tiger is hitting his 68th shot of the day. But
Hitting a high cut at the center of the green.
Didn't have a lot of room to play with there, but it is safely on in 2.
Pulled it just a little bit, Johnny, but it may be a good distance.
that's a very makeable putt right there. Wow.
Illegal today, a little left for birdie.
That's a lot of left.
Never had a chance.
Yeah, and there's a little left after that. That was a bit of a trick putt. It actually went left at the hole.
There's the birdie he needed. Holes through the 108th U.S. Open, and still not enough to decide a champion. Sudden death we go for just the 3rd time since it was instituted back in 1954. Rocco and Tiger play on.
This ball going up the right side.
It's okay. Stays inside the fairway line.
He's going to have a big advantage.
This one's going left again, Murph, toward that bunker. Maybe short.
Just jumped in. Just a hard hole, and that is up against the lip. That may not be good at all.
This one is pulled. That came out way left.
Did that hit the cart path or just scoot on that hard pan?
I think it landed left of the cart path.
Like it jumped right up against the grandstand over there. Let's check the feet and see if we see some slippage here. Okay, so far. Oh, there comes the left foot back.
Well, it looked okay.
Right foot pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just the lie itself. Here's where it ends up now. Over to the grandstands area, and certainly aiming out right.
While drawing, it is low right of the hole.
Well played.
Just couldn't get much spin coming out of there, so he's going to have to probably make a 20-footer.
Hard enough. That one put him on his knees.
Yeah, he doesn't want any part of watching Rocco putt.
Well, can Rocco do what Tiger's been doing to golfers now for years?
Watch this reaction. Goes down, down, and Rocco saying, "Is it gonna go? Is it gonna go?"
That's a great shot right there, isn't it?
It's Rocco and his caddy Matt Acketts.
You still got another putt, Rocco.
And in one of the most remarkable performances of his career, Tiger Woods perseveres through Torrey Pines and wins a third U.S. Open championship.
Two good buds there.
$14 majors now for Tiger.
Rocco, when you look back on today, what do you think you'll remember most about it?
Hanging in there with this man. He's so hard to beat, obviously. When I throw 3 at him, he throws that little 300 middle of the green. He's unreal, but I'm fairly, obviously I would have loved to have won. And I don't know what else to say. It was a great day. They wanted to show they got one. I mean, 3 down through 10, I thought it was going to be over quick, and I just kept hanging around, and he made a few mistakes, and bang, 19 holes.
Everywhere you walk today, you heard Rocco, Rocco, Rocco. How does that make you feel?
It was unbelievable. I mean, they were just doing it now, and yeah, this is huge for me. This is the putt I made on 18 just to stay here again. I handled it. I was nervous as a cat, but I handled it. So who knows? Maybe next time I'll go one better.
Did it ever cross your mind at all that you might not have another chance like this, 18 holes with Tiger, Monday
sure.
playoff?
Yeah, absolutely. It's, I had the putt I had on 18 a few moments ago. I just said to myself, you waited your whole life for it. Don't lag it. Just give it speed. And I just yanked it a touch, a little nervy, but I really can't really complain. I did the best I could.
You didn't win the U.S. Open, but what will this week do for your career?
Hopefully I get to playing it again and a few other things, and it just showed me that I still can compete, obviously, and I want to keep competing.
Is that the most important thing you learned about yourself?
Hold on. I never quit. I never quit, and I've been beaten down a few times and came back, and I got what I wanted. I got a chance to beat the best player in the world, and I came up just a touch short, but I think I had him a little scared at once, which was great. He just said, "Great fight" to me, and that means the world right there.
Congratulations, Rocco.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jim Vernon, President of the United States Golf Association. How about that? Please join me in welcoming our 108th U.S. Open champion, Tiger Woods.
Tiger, congratulations. Have you ever experienced a major championship with this kind of ups and downs, so volatile?
No, it was unbelievable. The whole week, the golf course was set up so fair, but also so difficult. Everyone who's come out to this week has been absolutely fantastic. The atmosphere is incredible. I mean, the fans here, they made the tournament, and then today was just unreal. I mean, honestly, that it just kept ebbing and flowing. Rock looked like he was in control. Now I thought I was in control, and he was back in control again, and it was back and forth. And 90 holes wasn't enough. We had to, go one more.
Walking away from 10 today, up by 3. Nothing's a sure thing, but you must have felt pretty confident, and that 3-shot lead evaporated quickly.
Yeah, it did. 3 shots on this golf course isn't much, and I was playing a little military golf here, so left and right. So I was kind of slapping it around, and I was just trying to get the ball on the green. I felt like I was putting so well, just get the ball on the green somehow, and I just had to struggle doing it. But Rock just made 3 birdies right there in a row, right there on the trot, and it was that hat trick was also one of the more impressive runs that you can ever have on this golf course.
Throughout the weekend, how much was the knee bothering you, and how much of a factor was it in this championship?
I'm glad I'm done. I'm done. I really don't feel like playing anymore. It's a bit sore, and all I can say is the atmosphere is what kept me going. The tournament, being a major championship here at Torrey Pines, all the people. It could have been very easily. I could never quit in front of these people. It wasn't going to happen.
There have been not just so many victories, but so many extraordinary moments, kind of indelible moments, and there were several this weekend. What stands out in your mind?
Oh God, what did I make? Three doubles or 4 doubles this week? Made 3 eagles.
4 doubles.
4 doubles. Yeah, perfect. Even better. It just was an unbelievable week. I mean, it was up and down all week, and for 91 holes through all that, I finished 100 par.
When do you plan to play again?
Not for a while. I'm gonna shut it down for a little bit here, and we'll see what happens.
2 more quick things. A final thought about Rocco Mediate. A lot of guys have made a run at you. This is one of the gutsiest runs.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, Rock, everyone knows Rock is he's a great guy. And, Rock has been just unbelievably nice to me and a great friend to me over the years, ever since my first year out here on tour. And to have him out here, and don't forget, Rock was in bad shape last year. His back was really bothering him, and for him to be out here again at 45 and playing this well, I can't wait 5 more years now. He's off to our tour, and if he keeps playing like this. But no, honestly, it was an unbelievable gutsy performance. I mean, he played so well. He put so much pressure on me all day today, and he played well all week. I mean, it was just it was a great battle all day, and also a great friendship too.
Last thing, the U.S. Open traditionally ends on Father's Day, in this case a day later, but this is the first U.S. Open you've experienced as a father. Your daughter Sam was born just shortly after last year's U.S. Open. She is here. How much of this she'll remember firsthand, we can't say. She's just a few days shy of her first birthday, but it has to matter that she was here.
There's no doubt. This is, I remember here at Torrey during the Buick, it was the first time she ever crawled, and now she's running around here. So it means everything. It really does. You know, to have. You know, I lost my dad a couple years ago, and I know how special it was in 2002 for me to bring this home and talk to him about it and share it with him. I can't do that anymore, but now I'm a father. I'm on the other side now, so this couldn't have been. This is part of the greatest tournament I've ever had.
Congratulations, Tiger.
Thank you very much.
To win his 3rd U.S. Open championship. And as you heard Tiger say at the end, 14 major championships, all those wins worldwide, but the most special occurred at Torrey Pines this week. So long, everyone.